Yes, hello everyone, you're joining me 10 minutes before kick-off. It's a big one today. We could see our way out of the group. We could be through to the knockout stages if we win today, so it's a very important game. I'm going to assume a lot of you guys that are watching aren't West Ham fans, so we'll go through the team anyway, but I'll explain how everyone's playing, what kind of form they're all in at the moment. Obviously, you would have seen that we beat Burnley. We didn't beat Burnley very convincingly, though. Which is the main problem. But hopefully, hopefully we're going to get another win today. It doesn't matter how we do it, as long as we win, I'll be happy. So, let's make sure we get that win, please, West Ham. Divine Mabama is starting. I am literally putting him in my thumbnail as we speak, which is why I'm kind of looking over here all the time at the moment. But Divine Mabama's going to cook, trust me, he will. He will. He always does. Let's get him in the thumbnail. Decent. But yeah, how are we all doing? Who's going to get the first comment of the day today? Let's see. I don't know how long it's going to be before people start pretending that either team has scored a goal when no one has, but that always happens, and happens a lot, so I need to be aware of that. I also haven't worked out how to get a timer as well. I did watch along to the World Cup last year, and I had a timer then. I forgot how to do it, and left it a bit late to do it now, which is completely my own fault, but yeah, probably should have done that. Let's just move the chat box. No, let's leave it. No, that's the only thing I don't like about the software that I use. I use Prism so I can go live on multiple stuff at once. It doesn't let me just like detach the chat box, which would be really, really helpful. Luckily, I've got my PlayStation, which has Discovery Plus, so I can watch the game and update the stream for you guys at the same time, which would be pretty helpful. But yeah, how are we all doing? How are we feeling about this game? If you're a West Ham fan or a Backa Topola fan, obviously, let me know what you're thinking. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? Well, I don't know why. It's not Christmas till tomorrow. It's Christmas tomorrow. Okay. It's not Christmas today, Charlie. It's Christmas tomorrow, because tomorrow's December. Or it's the day after December. No, tomorrow's December. Any tips on how to overcome anxiety and depression? That is a very, very big question. Thing is, this is completely random. I was actually thinking of doing videos of in that kind of way at some point, or at least one about it. But Jesus has come up with a really good thing. As Pieface really, really famously said, some brilliant wisdom from him. Don't worry about it. That is normally a good starting point. He told me that, and my depression and anxiety went away straight away. But yeah, just best thing you can do is talk to people about it. If that's seriously something you're dealing with, it sounds silly, but it is literally the best thing you can do. You don't believe that it will get better, but eventually it does. People tell you it's going to get better, you go, yeah, you're chatting, mate. But then eventually it does. So yeah. And if Pieface is going to help you, that makes stuff even better. But yeah, how are we all doing? Royce has come with new irons. I like that. I'm still trying to sort out my thumbnail because, as usual, I leave it to the last minute. We've only got 5 minutes till kick-off. Hopefully, because I'm on the official Discovery Plus app through TNT and all that, I shouldn't be very far behind the actual game. There was no chance of me going to Serbia. I think 320 tickets have been given to us. So, yeah, not the most. I don't know where to put this. Let's just put it in YouTube, thumbnails, and then we'll just leave it there. Cool. I'm just going to call it Backa Topola. That's what I'm going to call the file, because I don't think we're ever going to play this lot again. If we do, I'd be very surprised. Topola. There we go. Okay. But yeah, that was really good from you. So, we've got our games live now. A lot of you, I'm guessing, if you're neutrals, might be more interested in the Brighton game, because they're in a bit of a predicament in their group. Obviously, they've got AEK Athens. So that could be more of a question whether they win that game compared to us, but we've got to wait and see. Let's get the Divine Mabama thumbnail out there for the world to see. I mean, that's why we're here, isn't it? Come on, let me export it. Good. Okay. But yeah, I will put our subs on there fully. I didn't finish doing that. We haven't only got like 3 substitutes today. Don't worry about that. And also put the Backa Topola team out as well. But I'm just need to go onto YouTube very, very quickly and sort this out, and then we'll be ready to move on. So, there you go. There are the West Ham boys. I don't know if we're meant to recognise them or not, but I can't really see them particularly well. There's like meshing away. There's a lot of older fans that seem to have gone out there today. You got anxiety and depression from being a Chelsea fan, yeah. I mean, are all of you like young Kipper? I'm guessing you are. I'm guessing a lot of you are. Okay, here we are. They're literally standing in like the stadium lobby. I can see James Collins in the background, I think. Well, it was a man with a ginger beard. We've got a different sponsor today. I don't know who BW Scores are, but if it makes us a bit more money because we can't use Betway, I am not going to complain. It's not a very nice looking sponsor though. That is one thing with Betway. It is quite a clean sponsor. It does look quite nice. So obviously we are going to have to get rid of them, and I understand why. But as sponsors go, it is pretty decent one on the kit. So at least that's something in our favour, I guess. But as sponsors go, it is. Oh no, we're going to get one on Echo now if it doesn't let me pause. That good. But here we are, they're walking out. Ben Johnson has not played in a while. Mr. Moyes looks absolutely freezing. But here we go. Some Europa League action at 5:45 on a Thursday night. What else would you rather be doing at this time? I can't think of anything personally. There's nowhere I'd rather be than here right now. Okay, so Fornals, again, he hasn't played for a while. It was pretty poor last time we saw him out against Olympiacos as well. Backa needs a good performance today. He was dreadful against Burnley. They've got their own Backa Topola little bits of paper. Yeah, it's a bit of, it could be a bit of a stressful one here. We need to make sure that we get ahead early. West Ham, few bets, few beers, can't beat it. Did you put anything on Divine Mabama to score? That's what I need to know. That's exactly where my money would have been. I'm telling you, he's getting one tonight. I do like promoting Divine Mabama around here in case anyone hasn't realised. Even when I'm playing FIFA, I'm going to get an evolution on that guy and I'm going to make him the best card in the game. It's going to happen. There we go. He's even on the thumbnail. He's even on the thumbnail. That's like how important it is. He did, yes, as it should be. What other bets have you got on? Mabama to score or assist? What is my New Year's resolution? I haven't thought about that yet. I've got a whole month to think about that, Moise. I might have to come back to you, but that's a good question actually. You've made me start thinking about it. So I haven't put all of our subs on the bench yet. I have to sort that out. It's a bet builder. Okay, well yeah. What else is in it? What else is in it? Oh, and Ben Rama. Well, and Ben Rama to score or assist as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an assist. Or obviously, if we get a penalty, Ben Rama is most likely to take it. So I don't think that's a bad shout at all, mate. Okay. We're going to get a look at the teams now on the screen. Obviously, you won't be able to see them. Backa Topola, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about them. And that's not disrespect to them or anything. I just genuinely don't know anything about them. Souček, 1 foul. Mavropanos, 1 foul. Pretty solid. It's a shame Alvarez isn't playing. Because Alvarez yellow card is the easiest money that a man could ever make. I don't know how he does it. He manages to get booked every single week. I'll get the rest of our team down though, just so you guys can see who's on the bench. We have got Danny Ings. We've got Maxwell Cornet, who I'd like to see get some minutes today. He always has a little bit of energy about him when he comes on, to be fair. I mean, you can't really judge him when he's coming on games like we've basically already won, but I think he's got a bit. I think he's got a bit to prove. We've got Bonatilo Kera. Pretty cool. Kera should be getting a bit more game time, I think. I wouldn't have been against him playing instead of Johnson. Spotify Rap's about to make people go crazy. I put mine out on the TikTok. I wasn't happy with mine, actually, Jesus. I swear it stopped recording what you were listening to really early this year. But our team's just come up on the screen now. It's down to 4-3-3. We normally play more of a 4-2-3-1 with Souček at cam, which I know makes no sense. With no Paqueta and no... With Paqueta and Ward-Prowse as the two deep ones, though, that wouldn't really make sense. So I expect it will be a flat 3 or Souček sitting slightly deeper, but we don't know. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They might even interchange. We might play all 3 of them as box-to-box if we want to be really attacking. But we do have to remember this is David Moyes that we are talking about. Connor Coventry is on the bench as well. Haven't seen too much of him this season. I think he has to move on for the purpose of his own career, personally. Emerson as well. Can provide a bit more attacking flair from further back if we do need him. So, yeah, good that he's here. There's no Bowen in the squad, and there is no Antonio, and now no Alvarez in the squad. I don't see Kudus. I don't think Kudus has travelled either, actually. I hadn't actually realised that earlier. And then we've got Anang, who's a youth player, along with Chesters, Skulls, and Orford. We are about to kick off here. I need to turn off goal notifications because they're slightly actually ahead of me. But we are ready to go here. They are about to kick off. I do apologise for the lack of timer, but we are literally 10 seconds behind. James Ward-Prowse is going to get us underway. Everyone is already standing on the halfway line, so everyone's already pushing forward. Hopefully we'll see an early goal. That should settle things down a bit. That's just what we want, but I don't know. The more this game goes on, the more stressful it gets. I went to the game where we were at home. They went 1-0 up, actually, in that game. They had quite a few chances to extend that lead as well. They didn't end up scoring from an Ogbonna error. They didn't really craft too many clear-cut chances, but they had a few like semi-chances. So this lot are better than a lot of people are going to give them credit for. I've got to say that in there. I've got to say that for them. I'm just going to move that scoreboard down a bit. I'm just going to refresh that quickly. Okay, and off we go. So we're about 40 seconds in at the moment. I'll give you time updates so you can kind of work out if you're watching it, what your time difference is to what I'm watching it on. But yeah, Ben Johnson, get him on the ball early, get him involved, get him warmed up, because he does take a while to get into the game sometimes, and we can't really afford that. It doesn't matter who we're playing, we do need to win this game. A long ping there. Benrahma has got there, actually, on the edge of their box. Go on, send one across. Dodgy deflection, we get an early corner. Early goal, and I think we should win the game, but it's getting the early goal. That man is very compressed. I've got to say, he's very, very stocky, but not very tall. There's their head coach. I'm going to pretend I know who he is. But yeah, early corners. They didn't deal too well with the corners last time. I believe Souček did score from a corner against them, and Souček has scored a lot recently. Scored 4 in 4 games. So hopefully he's going to get another tonight, and he'll get one nice and early to get us underway. We're going with a short corner. What is this? Cresswell plays it back out. Is it a Moyes masterclass? Benrahma is surely going to hit it. What was the point of that, boys? And now it deflects out, and we're like, we're on the defensive. What's the point of that? Cresswell's lost it as well. That is a really strange tactic. I don't know why we're playing like that. Moyes wants to try something new, I guess. But I don't know why we're wasting it with short corners. When we have someone that delivers them in that well into the box, I don't know why you would go such short corners. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't know. Maybe David Moyes knows more about football than I do. But yeah, as soon as they win the ball, you will see if you're watching the game. They do turn it over very, very quickly back at Topola, but we've misplaced a few early passes there anyway. I think that was meant for Cresswell, but luckily Benrahma's kept it in. Benrahma has started quite well. We're only 2.5 minutes in, and we'll judge him after 90 minutes. I might do some player ratings at the end if anyone would fancy that, but at the moment, Benrahma is impressing me. I know we're playing against Backa Topola, but he's pressing really well, which he doesn't always do, and he seems to be the one that wants to get things moving early on here. Again, doesn't look very settled, I've got to say. Him and Mavropanos on a slightly blurry screen do look quite similar, though, so I'm going to struggle with that throughout the game. Oh, Mabama can't do better than that, lad. Got to win it back now. Got to win it back. They did get a little bit comfortable knocking it about in the second half at the London Stadium. So that's why I know you don't want it in any game, but I'm really hoping we don't let them settle into a rhythm. What hobbies do I enjoy apart from football? It's mad because I play football. I play five-a-side in my spare time as well, and my job, that I do alongside my uni, is coaching football. So I do a lot of football stuff. I do like my music as well, though. To be fair, I learnt piano a little bit, but I really want to get an electric guitar. I'm gonna be wheeling out all the songs on that. Trust me, that's something that I actually want to do. Oh, touch! We might have to go backwards here. But yeah, gym as well. I love gym. The place, the gym, not a bloke called Jim. I need to go later, actually. That's why I don't mind it being on at this time, because it means that I can still go to the gym later on today. So that's quite helpful. But we have won the ball back very, very quickly over and over again at the moment. Like, as I said, quick turnovers with this stock. Quick turnovers. But yeah, hopefully against a team like this, we shouldn't need too many ideas. We should be able to cut them open reasonably enough, or a bit of individual magic. My hair is just like really, I don't know how to even describe it, but it's not moving today. It's normally floppy all over the place. It's very stiff today. That's a strange word to describe it, I know. Go on, Fornals. He's playing on the right wing, which we're really not useful. Paqueta's taken an awful touch there. I was saying at the start, in case any of you missed it, I'll say it again. Doesn't matter who we're playing, he needs to have a good game because he was so poor against Burnley. That looked like a foul throw by Ben Johnson, but we'll pretend we didn't see it. And they haven't made anything that I haven't seen anything anyway about this new sponsor. I don't know where this has come from. That's a decent ball by Paqueta. Benrahma again brings it down. Oh, Ward-Prowse is on the edge. Use him, man. That is always my problem with Benrahma, and it always will be. He's just too slow to react to stuff. He's done quite well there, but he needs so much thinking time to do anything. Aguer's whipped him one from really, really deep there, and Fornals is never going to keep that on. Bit annoying. I can see already the late runs into the box look like they're going to work for us. They're not getting picked up, especially Ward-Prowse, but Unfortunately, I haven't been using them right now. That means hopefully when we do use it, if we do, it will take them by surprise a bit. I'm trying to be very positive here. You guys will realise that. Go on, Souček. Oh, he's got to be winning the headers. That's his main thing. That's the reason we have Thomas Souček. I think Mbama might have been offside there. Not too involved early on. But he'll pick his moment. He'll pick his moment. We need that bet builder to come in for you, Roy. We really, really do. I'm hoping it does, because that will mean that we've scored at least 2 goals. Well, 1 if, I guess, Mbama assists it for Benrahma. But, yeah, hopefully it comes in, because that will mean that we've at least scored a goal tonight. They're starting to knock it round pretty decently here. They're not under too much pressure, though. I think they do want to obviously get a foot on the ball, get a foothold in the game. Give their crowd something to shout about, really. And they've got a 2v1 here. Do need to try and get over. Cresswell hasn't done very well. Oh, first shot on target of the game goes to Backa Topola. He didn't catch it very well, but he managed to get in between the 2 centre-backs, and a striker of better quality, and that would have been a goal. Bets have been crap all week. What other games have you decided to go for? Bro, type of guy to support West Ham, I know. I am definitely the type of guy to support West Ham, but at least I don't support Chelsea. That could have been a bad start for us. At least we got to the second half before they scored against us last time. But Ben Johnson, Aaron Cresswell especially, I'm not too confident with. I never will be. It doesn't matter who we're playing against. I'm not confident with those two. Cresswell's finished. Technically he's okay, but he can't get back fast enough. And Ben Johnson has just, since that Brighton game last season, I was really backing him. I thought he was doing quite well, coming along quite well. He's just fallen off so much. But it doesn't matter, because we've got some... No, Kufau's not doing too well either. So we actually are a little bit stuffed in the right-back position. I was going to say we have a few youth players coming through, but all of our solid youth right-backs over the last few years. We had Jeremy Ngakia, he left. We had Harrison Ashby, obviously he went to Newcastle. That is offside from Benrahma. So we're struggling with a right-back. I think that's where we need to buy, really. I'd say we do need a striker. We do need a... Even if Mbama turns out to be amazing, he needs a backup. Danny Ings is useless, and Antonio is 33 and has glass ankles. Probably a left winger with a bit of pace. We do have Maxwell Cornet, but for some reason Moise Saki doesn't exist. And then the full-back positions as well. Emerson's solid, but at least it needs some cover. It's an Aaron Cresswell. Maybe Ollie Scholes will get a few minutes tonight. He really impressed me last season, both in the Youth Cup and when he played in the Conference League against Steaua Bucharest. So hopefully we might see a little bit more of him. He deserves some minutes, and people are gassing up Dan Chesters as well. So hopefully if we get a few ahead, we might get to see some of those play as well, which wouldn't be a bad thing. The likes of 4 hours though, I don't... Go on, you might get there. Go on. Yes, Backa. He might get out of this as well. He's trying his best. They're very, very physical. I thought we were going to get a free kick there, but nothing's been given. The ref put the... Yeah, that late one's got to be a booking. The bloke didn't even make an attempt for the ball. He's just kicked him. Obviously, early in the game, you're more likely to get away with it without getting the cards, though. There's no attempt... Okay, there is an attempt for the ball. Fair enough for the first bloke. Yeah, the second bloke is really late. Really late. I do like Backa as a player, though, but the diving does get on my nerves sometimes. When it's obvious no one's touched him, he just stays down. Like, if you're pretending to be injured, at least, once you haven't got the free kick, get up and help your team defend. Cresswell's flying on the overlap there. I haven't seen him run that fast in years. Oh, Benrahma again at the heart of everything. We're trying to spread it out here. Oh, touch, go on! Never mind, we've gone back out to the edge. Who's that? I don't even know what player that is. Good little low ball in there, they've had to clear it away. But as I'm saying, that edge of the box every time seems to be where a bit of danger is for us, where we can maybe make something happen. They haven't actually sold out this game, which I think is very surprising. But yeah, a few accumulators in the Champions League, Roy. Sorry, I completely lost what we were talking about there because I got on with the game. I mean, never back Man United anymore. I think that's quite a safe one. I mean, even Bayern didn't win yesterday, did they? Last time they might have ended up winning, but last time I checked, they weren't even winning. So, Champions League is quite a bit more... It's quite a bit more unpredictable than people think it is. They'll just go, oh, the good teams are gonna do everyone, but it doesn't always work like that. Good little flick on there. Okay, they've booted up that. Put some pressure on that. He can't pick it up. I forgot that it's Benrahma and the bloke can't run, but yeah, they're not that comfortable on the ball. I think they're trying to appear comfortable on the ball, but they don't actually look very settled on it. It's like when you watch Burnley. They play the risky passes, but you can tell they're not very. There's not much conviction. There's not much belief that it's going to land in the right place. Thomas Souček has just controlled the ball and it hasn't bobbled away. That's good. But yeah, with Souček, we don't need him to do that kind of stuff. I think we've learnt what Souček's role is. You just need him to run around, hopefully get a few blocks in, disrupt the play. And if he gets forward and can help us get a goal, then good, because he has done that quite often. But his passing leaves a lot to be desired. But when he's playing, I think we know that now. Oh, okay, Mabama could be in here. He's going to get there, but it has been a little bit over here. He's outside the box. Better pass from 4 hours there, and he would have been in, so that's a bit of a shame. Okay, he's going to try and dig one in from deep. Very good clearance from them again. We haven't had many second balls. They've dealt quite well, made sure they've got it further away enough. That is pathetic from Cresswell. They're on a little bit of an attack here. But yeah, Cresswell is just pathetic all the time, isn't he? This is quite poor here. No communication between Agurds and Cresswell. And they could be in for a goal here. Good block, Ben Johnson. That is very sloppy. Name any player and he'll sign him on career mode. Normally I'd say Craig Dawson, but I'm not going to say Craig Dawson today. What team are you with, Jesus? Let me know, because obviously you have to be able to afford them. If you're with Forest Green Rovers, you can't sign Jude Bellingham, can you? Let me know what team it is, and then I'll give you a player. Or give me like a budget range. Yeah, they are settling a bit. But they are going to get chances. They're not in the Europa League for no reason. Whoever they are, even if you've never heard of them, they're obviously in good form in their league to be near the top of their league last season to get into the Europa League, if that makes sense. Like, no one's here for no reason. Everyone's done pretty well. Your own 100 mil budget, 5 seasons in. Oh, a lot of people would have retired then, actually. I reckon you should sign. I'm going to think of someone good. Trust me. Sign Divine Mabama then, because he's going to score tonight. Get your hands on Divine Mabama if he's in career mode. I'm not sure he is. But if he is, get yourself Divine Mabama. He's going to be very high rated, trust me. He's going to be very high rated. It looked like he was going to go for a long throw there. Decided not to. But yeah, not much happening at the moment. But they are kind of inching towards our goal very, very slowly. Freiburg have already taken the lead against Olympiacos, which is not good for us. Just have a look at the table. I'm just going to remind you of that as well for this group. We are through if we win tonight, but if you're not familiar, in the last few seasons, if you finish top, oh, they've got a chance here. Big deflection, and they're going to get a corner. Backa Topola starting very well. But yeah, we do need to not just win this game, but get a result against Freiburg as well. Get at least a draw. Freiburg have gone above us at the moment because they are winning and we're drawing. But if we both win, we'll be ahead of them on head-to-head. So as long as we win tonight, we only need a point to top the group. So we need to get the 3 tonight, but obviously it'd be good to beat Freiburg as well. But we need to win tonight. We would be through anyway because Olympiacos are losing. But if we win, we're through anyway. So the ideal scenario is that we win and Olympiacos beat Freiburg. We go to 13. Olympiacos would be on 7, so they can't catch us, and Freiburg would be on 10. So even if Freiburg beat us, they'd have to beat us by, I believe, 2 goals. So us winning and Olympiacos winning, or at least getting a draw, would probably be the best result for us. But I mean, as long as we win tonight, it's in our own hands whether we finish top of the group. Because if you finish third, if you finish second, you have to play one of the third teams from the Champions League in a different round. And obviously, I'd rather avoid that. Less games, and obviously you avoid a difficult tie as well. So finishing top of the group needs to be the aim, not just getting through. Tom says, come on, West Ham. I completely agree. Souček, I think, has had a foul called in his favour there. I just saw him on the floor. I didn't see what happened. For anyone that doesn't know, we are 14 minutes into the game now. We're 14 minutes in, and they've had the only shot on target so far. He did push Souček over. It was a little bit weak, in my opinion, but I can see why the ref's called that. I don't think there's any VAR in these games either. The ref is allowed to request it in some stadiums, but I'm doubting they have it at Backa Topola. I'm not completely sure about that, but I have heard about some instances in the Europa League where they haven't had VAR. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully we won't need it at all tonight. We definitely have it at our stadium, but I don't know if they have it there. Because obviously we had our goal against Olympiacos ruled for us because of VAR. Because they said Paquette was offside when he wasn't. That's a good ball out there for Nows, I think. And we've got Ben Johnson on the overlap. He's got a few people to aim for. Early cross, Ben. Decides not to. Early crosses are never something that we do. Tilo Kehrer doesn't mind when he plays right back, but that's probably like 2 games a season, so we're not really gaining too much there. But there's not too much creativity at the moment. Paqueta seems to be getting further forward out the 3. That's a pretty horrific tackle, and I thought the ref was going to reach his pocket there, but he's decided not to. There will be yellow cards in this game. If you had yellow cards in your bets for today, then I think you're going to be in luck. The odds on them probably aren't too good. considering who we're playing. No, Cresswell's made a bit of a run there. Come on, Benny, get it in. You don't need to beat him twice. Decides to go back. I don't mind that. I don't mind being patient here because there will be gaps and we will get chances. Ben Ramos lost the ball. Never mind. Good tackle there. I think that might have been Mavropanos. He's got to stay switched on, especially if he's going to have long spells of doing nothing. He's really got to stay switched on tonight. Oh, that's good from Ben Ramos. That might be handball. A corner's been given. It did look like it was by his side for me. Didn't look unnatural, so I think it will be a corner. But obviously we're going to have a look. Oh, I'm not sure actually. I don't know if we'll get a better angle of that one. Doesn't look like we are. It looks like it's just going to be a corner. I don't know if we have VAR anyway, as I said earlier. If we don't, then it's what it is. Old-fashioned football, you can celebrate as soon as the ball goes in. Can we please put it in the box this time, Ward-Prowse? Oh, something's happening. Ref's having to go. Normally it's Souček or Antonio, but obviously Antonio's injured, so I'm presuming it's Souček. It is Souček on the front post. The bloke's got both of his arms around him. Give us the penalty. Give us the penalty. Give me freedom, give me fire. West Ham penalties, or I will retire. Okay. It's going to be a proper corner. Cresswell isn't short this time. Hopefully, we'll get a goal from it. Oh, he's tried to shoot, I think, Ward-Prowse, and we've got another corner. He has tried that a little bit this season. I can't tell sometimes if he's trying to drop it on the front post or if he's actually trying to score. But I think he was actually shooting with that one because it was a little bit too powerful and a bit too high for Souček. But it was on target. Eventually, he's going to score from it. That one's well over hit and it's gone out for a goal kick. I don't know what he was going for there. That was a really poor one. You can see the away end there if you guys are watching it. It's literally like a castle area. They've fenced them in a tiny little box. Don't know if there's much atmosphere because obviously I've had to turn the commentary down so you guys can't hear it. But, well, I'm presuming you guys can't hear it anyway. You'll have to let me know if you can because that'll be copyright. TNT, just like Sky, they're very particular about that. They're always on your back. So we'll have to be careful. Go on, Ward-Prowse. I mean, good edit from him, but it is going to go for a throw. We are starting to grow into it a bit more. We always take time to get going in games. We always do. So I'm not too concerned about that, especially with the firepower we've got on the bench. There is no Bowen and Kudus, though. Or obviously, as I said earlier, Antonio. So we've got to be a bit careful. Quick throw and Paqueta's in. That's what Kufau does really well that we don't always do. He plays those throws and Cresswell just wasn't alive to it there. Never has been. Cresswell's throws have driven me mental for years. It's actually one of the reasons I prefer Emerson, especially when we're losing. Cresswell takes so long to take a throw in. Like, it sounds like nothing. It will sound like nothing. But when you see it every game for years, the amount of time he's wasted really adds up. Oh, is he going to cross it in? Okay, they have got it on the edge of the box here. The bloke's tried to shoot. He's played a good ball through. Aguerre's got across. What's the rule in the same country clubs getting each other when they drop down? I don't think we can get Newcastle. I also am not sure if we can play our own country in the last 16. It might be. I think it's last 8. Oh, that's a good flick. Ben Rama's kept it on really well, actually. He's got a nutmeg as well. Is he going to get on the end of it? No, he has been bodied off it, and we are in trouble now. 17 is running through. He's run through really well. Can he get the shot off? Okay, we've managed to slow him down, and eventually Aguerre's got it clear. He's done that twice in the last few minutes. But we have had to clear our lines here against Backa Topola, and Mabama could be in here, actually. Go on, Divine. Go on, lad. Okay, he has been slowed down, but he's still got the ball. There's a few runners later. I can see Paqueta. Fornals looks like he's going to have a go. He's tried to find Paqueta. That's a dreadful touch. That might have played us into a bit of trouble now. Prime Gale Lewis, but then West Ham. I don't even know who that is. Am I meant to know who that is? That's just been passed out. That's really poor whoever made that pass there. Bit of promise there though. Mabama has managed to get the centre back away. But I agree. He's not bad. He's not bad, is he? Especially when it's a bit of a thankless task. He's not really got anyone creative in the team. And he's got to try and make something out of nothing. But that's what I like. You saw it against Burnley. He made something out of basically nothing, forcing that own goal and got us back into the game. So I'm a big fan of Mabama. I'm a big fan of Mabama, always will be. But yeah, just managed to roll his man really easily there. I think more than him doing particularly well, it's poor defending, but he still had to do it, didn't he? So I think once he gets that chance, I feel, oh, that was a good ball. Just couldn't get there, Cresswell. But Mabama trying to play a nice 1-2 there, and Cresswell had just empty field ahead of him to run into if he got on the end of it. But yeah, you can tell that he thinks very, very well with Bamma. He's got that knack for getting into the right positions in the box. He makes good runs. So he's only going to get better, isn't he? So I'm very much looking forward to hopefully seeing more of him playing. I'm done with Danny Ings. I will be fair on Danny Ings. The system doesn't suit him at all. But he is more ineffective than our other strikers. So, and Mabama, like, he's not the same profile as Ings. He's definitely got a bit more pace and power, but he shows that those runs can still be made. And Danny Ings can definitely make runs in the box. That's what he's known for. But Mabama showed him up at Burnley, I've got to say. He offered a lot more in the half an hour that he was on the pitch. Back to Topola, I think I'm just trying to calm it down a little bit here. Haven't really had much happen in the last few minutes since that Mabama half chance, but we haven't had a clear shot on their goal yet. I don't think it's panic stations at the moment. A lot of these teams tend to fall off in about the last 20 minutes of games because they put too much into it. It's like, you guys remember when Leeds were in the Premier League under Bielsa? They'd absolutely be knocking you about all over the place for 70 minutes and then just collapse. It's going to be a long shot here, nowhere near. It's ended up in the crowd from one of their players. Number 21, I think that is. I can't tell, he didn't turn his whole back. But Fabianski was pretty confident about that going over. But they've made a few runs. They've had a few little runs with the ball into good positions, actually. And they're not afraid at all back to Topola to carry it forward. So, credit to them. They really are bringing the game to us. I think if results go their way, they could still sneak into the Conference League. They would have to get a result against us today. But that would put them on the same points as Olympiacos. And they would play each other in the last game. That was poor, but Souček has dealt with that really well. Really bad pass to him. He's managed to just calm it down and nod it back to Fabianski. Souček doing pretty well today, but there's a few sloppy performers out there, I've got to say, especially the fullbacks. Ward-Prowse as well. Hasn't played well against Burnley, hasn't played well for a few games, but we know what he has in the locker, so we need to see it. That first corner he put in was pretty dangerous, but second one was dreadful. I'm not going to count the short one, obviously. Oh my god, I do not want Souček mucking about with it there. Pass it away from that goal, please. He's facing our own goal, doesn't know who's behind him, has no one on. Why would you pass it to him there? But yeah, Backa Topola, they're starting to press a bit higher. We've just got to play around it. We've got to show our quality, play around the press. That will not happen if we have Cresswell and Souček on the ball, though. Souček carrying it forward well. Go on, Benny, spread it. Okay. We've managed to break the press. They've got back really well, but there could be a half chance here. I can see a few gaps, especially on the left-hand side, that we can maybe exploit. Okay, here we go. Cresswell, there's a chance to put across him. Obama has made the run. It's evaded everyone. Oh, just cleared. Someone was coming in deep there. Made a really good run. Good ball from Cresswell. Around the penalty spot is what you want to see. But unfortunately, the run was just slightly too late. I'm guessing, obviously, there is a bit of a fear of them being offside. But those, as I've said multiple times, late runs into the box are what we need. 23 minutes gone. Because obviously I don't have the timer up at the moment. This boat's got quite a bit of space out on the right. Out on there, right? And the game's just slowed down a bit. Game's just really slowing down. Mabama's trying to wave us forward. But yeah, it's really slowed down in about the last 5 minutes. No goals to report at the moment for you guys. Obviously, you can see on the thing, it is still 0-0. Someone's got to remind me, by the way, if there is any goals, to update that, because I will forget. I will forget if no one tells me. But we are still sitting here at 0-0. I can confirm that at the moment. If any of you are managing to watch it, what are you thinking so far? I'm not particularly impressed, but I don't think we should be worried yet. I don't think we should be worried. They've shown that there's definitely a few avenues for us to score in this game, but they're dangerous. They are dangerous back at Topola. That's a good little ball they've played there as well. And as I said earlier, they are not afraid to attack that space and make some driving runs forward. But there is the sloppy part. About 1 in every 10 passes they do is very, very sloppy. I'm assuming it's not like that in their league, but I'm guessing the pressing isn't as good when they're facing like lower down the table teams in the Serbian league. Took a chance there. Mavropanos does do that sometimes. So does Aged and Ariola. They all don't mind taking a chance and trying to beat their man, which I'd say probably at 0-0 isn't the best idea. That's how Ogbonna got done when we went 1-0 down to him last time. He had a few chances to clear that, and he kept trying to get around the man, and he couldn't. Even when he lost control of the ball, could have just stabbed it back to the goalie or tried to get it clear. But he didn't. He tried to keep the ball and ended up with us conceding. But Fabianski doesn't tend to muck about with it at his feet as much. So hopefully we should be okay in that department. Ariola did a Cruyff turn when we were 1-0 down to Burnley last week. good little pass there. They're doing all right. They're doing all right. And if in those like inside right, inside left positions, they're finding quite a bit of space, and they've drilled one across the box. Good block by Johnson. I'm slightly worried there might have been a hand involved there. Yeah, Kira, your comment hasn't come up, but send my regards to Billy, please. I'm sure that was his idea. So yeah, cheers for that, Bill. I appreciate it, mate. I did tell him to watch today, but obviously he can't comment for his own accounts. He doesn't want to get the Billy Hayes channel banned. But yeah, how are you doing? Up to 25 minutes now. Still nothing's happening. Still nothing's happening. We're still waiting for our first shot on target. Backa Topola have had one. And if the bloke could get any power behind it, we actually would have been in trouble. But luckily he didn't. Come on, let's have something happen. Paqueta has played a lot of backwards passes today. We are going to need at some point him to start putting his foot on the ball and actually turning, which he does really well. He is good at running against people, but it just doesn't seem to fancy it today. And when he does draw a lot of free kicks. There's bookings in this game to be had. Get a card bet on while you can, guys. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Last-ditch tackle there to stop Backa getting through. Fornals does seem to be playing okay. He's not particularly quick. Never has been, but he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Start Billy up front next game. I mean, he didn't score. He didn't even score this week, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He did it the post. Did it the post, Bill. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start Billy up front. Now Kira's asked me to. I don't know if I can say no. Abdul Papula is going to be benched, or I could get him to play at the back. I don't know if he'll track back. Yeah, Bill, if you track back, I'll give you at least 10 minutes up front. You and Callum can play as a front too. Okay, we are pushing him back a little bit now. We are pushing him back a little bit. Come on, lads, this is Backa Topola. This is Backa Topola. You can't expect him to play those long balls. You press it, they're going to panic, aren't they? But we're not. And a lot of these players don't need to be rested for the Premier League because Ben Rama and Fornals and like Mavropanos probably won't play against Palace. Cheers, Gaff. No worries, mate. Handball against Ben Rama there. I don't know what he's complaining about. Bill's going to screenshot that as well. Like, he's actually going to hold me to that and go, oh, you said I could play up front. You know, we'll give him some minutes. We got our all-important win yesterday, so I'll give him a few minutes up front. Why not? Keep the bench players happy, you know. Oh, that's a poor ball back to the keeper. We should have done a bit better with that. Should have done a bit better. Ben Johnson's just putting his hands in the bloke's back. Luckily, the ref doesn't care. Oh, well done on whoever that bloke was. I can't tell. They're too pixelated. I think it was Mavropanos. Had a really awkward bounce there. He's managed to make sure we keep the ball. Mate, this pitch is a mess. Go on, Mabama. Go on, Mabama. Oh. Think he's giving them a free kick. Mabama's tried to bring it down. The goalkeeper's come out. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper. I think he has caught him. Not much that he can do, but it is a foul. Where am I from? It's Cabo. You can call me Kieran. You don't have to call me It's Cabo, Roy. I live in South East London, mate. My family used to live literally like up by the bowling, Upton Park area. But yeah, I live in South East London, so no Essex for me. I know most West Ham fans obviously do live in Essex. You're from Pakistan, Billy. I mean, yeah, just by looking at you, I can see that. To be fair, so obviously very proud of it. Very proud of his Pakistani heritage. That man is. Why have they got like? I'm guessing that's one of their flags, but it looks exactly the same as like the Hamburg ones. So that's what I'm saying. They've just stolen the flags from the Hamburg club shop. Moyes looks so stupid wearing that hat. It looks exactly like every Sunday League manager. He's got the Arsene Wenger long coat and the hat. We're in Hornchurch. That is proper West Ham territory. That on the district line. I don't know if he's like club owner or something. The bloke they've just shown on the screen, he looks like a James Bond villain. But yeah, proper West Ham territory. Do any of you guys ever go to games? I am interested, whether it is for West Ham or to someone else. What's my IP address? Next, someone's going to ask me to wear my shirt off backwards. Or put my shirt on backwards. I haven't heard that one yet. Or I'm going to get asked to do a Fortnite dance. Moisey going for the Wenger look, yeah. Mate, the hat is making me laugh a bit though. It really is. They're playing a lot of powerful passes back to their centre-back. So if we can get a hold of that, they're not going to be able to control it every time. They are getting forward here. It's that 28 again making the run inside. Good touch there. They could have been in. They could have been in, but Aguirre's dealt with it really well. And we are going to get a goal kick. Aguirre's been good so far, but he does have a mistake in him. He always has a mistake in him. Ooh, Aguirre looks about 10 years older than he did last week as well. I know that's groundbreaking analysis. That's exactly what you want to be hearing watching this stream. Nothing football related. Oh my God, Cresswell, what are you doing? Well done, Fabianski. Aaron Cresswell, I told you he's finished. He's absolutely finished. He's just played their bloke through on goal for no reason. He's so finished. He was finished about 2 years ago. But Mavropanos and Fabianski between them there have dealt with that really, really well. We will be seeing Emerson at some point, I can tell you that now. Even if Cresswell was playing well, the bloke can't do 90 minutes. Ollie Scars would never have let that happen. Oh, I could have been in again. This is poor, boys. This is really poor. This is really poor. And if we don't win tonight, there is a danger of us... we're probably going to finish second. There is a danger of us not going through, but only if Olympiacos manage to win. So we should go through even if we lose tonight, but this isn't a good look for going into the latter stages. Unless we play Sevilla. Mr. Moyes always beats Sevilla. I think he's played them once and beat them once, so 100% record, you can't argue with that. Unless he lost to them with Man United. Does anyone have a stat on that? I'm guessing none of you do. Paqueta's dropping a bit deeper now, which is interesting to see. Abdul 90 plus 3. I know, mate, Abdul Topola would score a hat-trick for West Ham tonight. Chuck him up there with... even with Billy Hayes, maybe. Make a front two. The chemistry between those two is amazing. It really is. You've got to be careful, Kira, because they do really like each other. Come on. Go on, play it inside, play it inside. Benrahma's had a shot, and he's done exactly what Benrahma always does. He's cut inside and passed it to the goalkeeper. Why does he do it? It's so predictable. He gets into the good position, makes the space, and then puts no power behind it. The only goalie that's ever beaten is David De Gea, and that's obviously not an achievement. Mavropanos, I think, got half a touch on that. Yeah, he did. He's done really, really well there. So is Fabianski, actually, because it did take a bit of a deflection, but that could have gone wrong. That could have gone very wrong. Why does he do that? I don't know. He's done it the whole time we've had him, Roy. He always does it. It drives him mental. He does all that effort to finally get into shooting position. And then does that. But yeah, mate, I remember the one he scored against... Alright, see you later, Bill. See you later, Bill. You enjoy that. You enjoy that. Yeah, he has scored some bang... No, he scored a good one for us against Brentford, actually, in the FA Cup. He's shown he can stick a bit of power behind the ball. He just decides not to. So it does annoy me, but at least we've had a shot on target. I shouldn't be celebrating that against Backa Topola, but I am. I think Mabama is on side here. They have managed to get enough of a head on it to get it away, and they've got a bit of a little bit of a weak free kick there. Again, I can see why it's given, but it's a little bit weak. It's a little bit weak. They're doing all right back to Topola. They're going to be happy with this. But as I said, like, it's not over for them. Even if they don't get through, a win tonight would give them a really good shot of getting into the Conference League. They might think they can maybe go through that competition at least for another round. So we'll see. Because obviously, if you finish, same as with the Champions League, if you finish third in Europa League, you will play someone who finished second of their Conference League group, which means you'll probably avoid the bigger teams that are in it for at least a round. That is a decent tackle there. Come on. Souček's won it on the halfway line, but Paqueta hasn't even looked at Johnson, has kicked it way too far ahead of him. Oh, that's a great tackle by them. Poor from Mavropanos. He shouldn't have played that ball in the first place. And there is another chance for Backa Topola. Do not bring him down, Paqueta. He's beat his man. Number 8's in a really good position here. Mavropanos, again, does quite well, though. Defensively, him and Aguirre have had to make a few more last-ditch tackles when they should. The midfield haven't screened them too well. But we've got to try and attack here. Souček looks like he's got lead in his boots. But, oh, Benny's done well to keep that on. He really has. He really has. There's been some really sloppy passing from us. Obviously, mainly that Cresswell one. But over and over again, there's a few like proper embarrassing passes. This is not entertaining. This is not entertaining right now. So yeah, Souček he moves like a Pro Clubs character. Pro Clubs AI when they try and do a cross. That's what Souček looks like at the moment. We are just getting a little bit of possession at the moment. And we are normally a fast counter-attacking team, but we move. That's got to be a free kick. Ward-Prowse will really fancy whipping it in from here as well. The bloke's chatting to full nows. Mate, you literally, like, you just clipped his ankles and got nowhere near the ball. What is there to beef about? A lot of them just like rattling people, don't they? Especially like Serbian league. I'm guessing that's very, very common. Souček looks ready to head this in. It really does. But Bama's lurking as well. Bit of Mavropanos. He hasn't scored for us yet. He does get his head on quite a lot. It just normally doesn't go in. And he normally clatters his man before he gets the header. But we will see. Ward-Prowse is about to whip it in. Hopefully we can get the goal. Mavropanos has made a good run. He's lost his man. But it's been cleared before it can get to him. We all got clear there, and I think we were all onside. So, just a little bit weak from Ward-Prowse there. Their clearance has hit Paqueta. He's played in Mbama, poor touch. And it is going to be a goal kick. He has to do a little bit better with that. It was a really, like... It did come to him very, very quickly. Antonio wouldn't have controlled it, I can tell you that confidently. But I'd like to see him do a bit better there. I know that he can do better than that. Just going back to their main chance here. Yeah, it does skim Mavropanos' leg, which really does take the power off it. He's lucky it didn't take it round Fabianski and into the opposite corner. Can see Crespo walking around here. I was hoping he'd been hooked. But he hasn't been. Freiburg are 3-0 up. Yeah, they did Olympiacos last time, didn't they? They seem to be getting better and better in Europe, Freiburg. I know they did play, I think... Did they play in Europe last season? I don't know, but they seem to be getting a bit more experience, getting a bit more comfortable with it now. I don't think they'll go on and win it, but I can see them maybe getting through a few rounds. That is really hard to say quickly. But I managed to get through it eventually. We're happy to just let him have a bit of the ball at the moment. Souček is putting a bit of a press on, and that should be ours. Oh, I don't think he meant to leave that, but it's worked okay. It's just gone straight back to Fabianski, who's going to take no prisoners. He will clear it. He's going to go for their throw, but it's better than him getting tackled and conceding. They're pushing very high up here, and we don't have the play. Well, we do have the players on the pitch to play around this. Paqueta, Fornals in the middle, can do a decent job. Ward-Prowse, we should be able to settle on this better. Obviously, that's what Rice did very, very well for us. As well as his passing defensiveness, he settled on the ball very, very well. Yeah, Gregorisic has scored again. He's a midfielder and he's scoring a lot unless it's a different one. Oh, that was not a bad cross. I managed to get another block on it. I think it was Mavropanos again. He's been doing pretty well, but we're not particularly good at the moment. I'm already yearning for the substitutions, and we have played 37 minutes. Unfortunately, that substitution is likely to be Mbama coming off for Danny Ings, which isn't really going to do anything. This bloke is absolutely incensed that he hasn't got a corner. He's put his arms out like Jude Bellingham. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't think the ref knew either. We will get a little look at it now. It is a goal kick. It should be a goal kick, and it is a goal kick. He's got that right. Oh, no, I'm getting flashbacks. Take Cresswell off the ball, please. He's actually stayed out of the way this time and managed to not play one of their players in. And Fabianski's actually found one of our players as well. Get in. Terrible touch from Ben Johnson. That could have been disastrous. Lovely little ping ball from Aguirre there. Mbama's still the only player in their half. Managed to hold on to it, though. That's good. We're really deep at the moment. Come on, push up the pitch. Why are we so deep? We had, literally, they've moved up a bit now. We had one player in their half. We need to do way better than that. We're starting too deep when we try and counter-attack. Just hold it here. That's, again, sloppy from Cresswell. Half of the time, I can't tell if it's going to the man he even intends it to or not, or if he's just getting lucky that someone's covering. That shouldn't be the case. This pitch does look bobbly, yeah, but it's bobbly for the other team as well, isn't it? It rains for both teams, Ty. That was a good little ball there. Yeah, we are starting to look it round a bit more like I think we should now, but then we just slow it down. When we get into a bit of a promising position, it just slows down. It just goes flat. So we've got another 5 minutes before half time. There isn't going to be... there is eventually going to be an overlap there from Cresswell. Benrahma isn't interested in using him. Goes back again. This is just terrible football right now. This is how we played against Burnley. Showing no endeavour whatsoever. You've got to beat him, Benny. You've got to beat him. Benrahma loses the ball. And we get... That was never our throw, but we've been given the throw. I'm pretty sure that went out with their man, but Benrahma kind of convinced them that it... Kind of convinced the officials that it went out off the defender. Gez had a lovely touch there. Ward-Prowse, easy ball. There we go. But yeah, this isn't particularly good. This isn't particularly good at the moment. It's not panic stations yet. We went in 0-0 against them last time at half-time. Came out winning 3-1, even though we did go 1-0 down. We should probably be 1-0 down at the moment. It's been very poor. But we tend to raise our game against better teams. Souček with a good little touch there. Ward-Prowse will have that. Ward-Prowse will have that. We've tried to cross it in from range. Oh, dodgy deflection. Benny on the overlap. Overlap Cresswell. He hasn't. Again, he does it so late. And we just can't get the crosses to stick to one of our players at the moment. But this is better. We're putting the pressure on. And that's an absolute nothing header. But we should get on the rebounds. Yeah, we're recovering it a lot better now. A lot better. Souček sells Ward-Prowse well short. Mbama's passing has been off today. And his passing normally is quite good. That's annoying. Backa. We've built up a head of steam and Backa has just cleared one. They'll say that was a shot. That didn't even look like a shot. You can't be doing that. You absolutely can't be doing that. When you've got someone who's unmarked, ready to cross it in on the right, you've got a few other options. Why are you shooting from 35 yards? Have a pot once or twice a game, but if nothing else is on. Oh, okay, we could be in here. That is terrible from Souček. Fornals, they did a sloppy pass. Fornals was away from his man. Souček even had time to take a touch if he wanted it. Tried to play it the first time, and he just hit the only defender that was anywhere near Fornals. That is frustrating, and they've managed to get a ball forward there. I don't think that's going to go out. Cresswell has got to deal with it, and he's actually dealt with it very well. But we've had a few chances in about the last minute, 2 minutes, where we should have done a lot better with them. Or even, that is brilliant from Ben Rahman. We've finally seen some skill from him. Mbama should get a free kick for that. That is an obvious push. And he will. Okay, we're starting to get into it just before half-time. We always come out from half-time really, really badly, though. We're always poor in the break. But we're doing okay at the moment. We are doing okay. I'm going to say it. I keep saying it. It makes it sound like I'm worried. There's no need to panic just yet. That's a very simple, foul for the referee there. Antonio normally would try and stand up there. And in a game like this, maybe Antonio, I'd admit, would probably be a bit more useful. But Mbama's doing all right. He's won a few free kicks. But when he tries to do that interplay, his passing just hasn't been good enough at the moment. But got a lot to learn, hasn't he? I mean, it's his first start for us, I think. He might have started the game in... that game in Romania last year. I'm not sure. But obviously that was a dead rubber. And this does mean something for both teams. So Backa's lost it again. He's tried to take on too many men. That was not an intentional Skepta reference, but we'll take it. And then a really terrible pass there. He does seem to be... He's kicked it out. I don't know if it's because someone's injured. Oh, one of their players is down. One of their players has literally just gone down. 4-0 Freiburg. Keach, they've scored again. Freiburg have scored another one. Yeah, Olympiacos have finished. I mean, that means that we're going to go through. Backa has kicked the bloke and then gone down. He annoys me so much, Backa, when he does this. Brilliant skill, brilliant footballer, but he just annoys me a lot. He really does. But yeah, I mean, I guess that is us through to the knockout stages regardless of what happens, but we need a win tonight because we do need to top the group. Sildia has got in on the scoring now for Freiburg as well. I don't know who he is, but he's got in on the scoring as well. I don't even know if Freiburg have started their first team tonight. We can see the group there as well. As I said earlier, Freiburg will be on 12, we'll be on 10, Olympiacos will be on 4, and Backa Topola will be on 2, which means a win. Even if they lose tonight, as long as Olympiacos lose, because I think they drew with each other last time out, Backa Topola could go into the Conference League by beating Olympiacos. And once they hear that Olympiacos have lost, and they will definitely be going down to next week, either they'll go for the win to try and be on 4 points, or they might just... Yeah, I reckon they'll probably try and press further for the win, because they'll be ahead of Olympiacos and could go through the draw as long as they... if they win today. I've talked about that in a nice roundabout way, because I was trying to work it out in my head while I was talking about it. If they win tonight, with the Olympiacos result the way it is, they will be able to go through with a point, I believe, because they will have better goal difference. Backa, a little pull there. Again, no need for the theatrics, but it is a free kick. Yeah, it does get on my nerves. It really does. Yeah, Keach, good to see you. It has been a little while. Petrovic, his name is. There's quite a few Serbian footballers called Petrovic, from my knowledge. This is going to be whipped in, I think, by Ward-Prowse. Okay, it definitely is. And Mavropanos is lurking. Backa can actually get up in the air quite well. We've got a few others around as well. That is a good ball. Souček's there. He's put it across goal and no one can get on the end of it. Good header from him. But unfortunately, no one's put the second one in. We are still threatening. From set pieces, although they're a physical team, they're not particularly good. Yeah, Souček did exactly the right thing there. Was too high for Mabama. You just got to have the instinct to be standing in the right position there. But, I mean, you've got to be on the same wavelength. He might have been expecting Souček to head it into the ground. Him and Backa were both waiting there. Or something else. You just don't know. You just don't know. But you've got to have that understanding in a split second and both do the same thing. And that's why they're professional footballers and I'm not. Only got a minute 20 to go into a half time now. We are into the 2 added minutes. Souček with... Oh, he's jumped on him quite high there, but the ref hasn't given a free kick. They are going to clear it. Lovely touch by Ben Johnson. Can he get on the end of it? Okay, he's got a little deflection on it, but they are going to get one more attack back at Topola in this half. Hopefully we can win it back and have one more attack of our own. But Souček has been caught there. Ward-Prowse is trying to get back and recover for him. He's done well enough. There is an advantage for Backa Topola. The guy should have had a run himself in the shot there, but he has played it outside. Backa just has to stay in his way. You just got to be careful here. Oh, good little turn. He has kept it in, and Mavropanos has cleared it. They are, again, not bad when they go forward. They take their time. We don't seem too sure what to do. There's definitely something here for Backa Topola. That's well cleared, but again, it hasn't gone to one of our men. They are just going to pass it back down. I think they are going to settle for half-time. Or maybe... There's 30 seconds. They should have one more go. They should have one more go at us. They seem quite content to just run down the clock until half-time now, actually. Yeah, no attempt by the ref... By the goalie, sorry, to play it forwards. And they are probably going to see out these last 10 seconds. Good tackle by Cresswell. And that should be half-time unless we get forward extremely quickly. The rest put... Okay, the rest put the whistle to his lips there after Benrahma's been tripped up. Then decided not to give anything. That is half-time. 0-0. As it was at the London Stadium when we did go on to win. So we don't need to worry yet. But the Backa Topola fans are in very good spirits. Our fans are probably consoled by the fact that Olympiacos are losing 4-0. And that means we'll go through anyway. But not particularly inspiring. And not even particularly much to talk about at half-time. I am going to run and get a quick drink. Because my voice is starting to get a little raspy. I don't know if you can tell. I'll be back in 2 minutes and we will talk through that first half. Half-time still 0-0, as I said obviously before I went. There's not too much for us to talk about. I'll just run you through the scores quickly before we do anything else, tell you what's going on elsewhere. Freiburg are 4-0 up. Obviously we're keeping track of that game because if Freiburg do win that game, we'll be through regardless. No goals in Athens. It's still AEK 0, Brighton 0 at half-time. Sparta Prague 0, Real Betis 0. Atalanta are leading Sporting Lisbon. That is a very interesting game, that one. Should be good quality. Sturm Graz are drawing 0-0 with Rakow Czestochowa. I'm sorry if I say any of these wrong. Maccabi Haifa are losing 1-0 to Rennes. What a shame. And yeah, I think that is about it at the moment. A lot of the games are going to be later. We might have some Conference League at the moment as well, but I think most of the games in that are later kickoffs. I will talk you through the Conference League. A lot of the games are actually going on at the moment in the Conference League. For anyone that cares, it is Klasvik 1, Slovan Bratislava 1, Olimpia Ljubljana 0, Lille 1, Breidablik 1, Maccabi Tel Aviv 2 is a full-time score. That's a shame. Ghent are leading Zorya Luhansk 1-0. Astana have lost 2-0 at home to Dinamo Zagreb. That is a result. Balkani 0, Victoria Plzeň 0 in that group as well. Besiktas are 2-0 down at home to Club Brugge. That is a pretty solid game for the Conference League. Bodo Glimt are beating Lugano. Arsay Alkmaar 0, Zrinjski Mostar 0 in Aston Villa's group. And HJK are 2-1 up at half-time against Aberdeen. We've got some good games later as well, guys. I'm guessing most of you are probably going to watch Liverpool against Lask. I'm guessing that's going to be the most popular one. We've got Marseille Ajax, which should be a cracking one, obviously. Marseille have been in good form, Ajax in bad form. Rangers should beat Aris Limassol. If they don't, then they don't even deserve to go into the Conference League. Have we got any other good-looking games? No, I mean, like, who's good? Like, Hacken against Leverkusen, Servette Roma. There doesn't seem to be any big games tonight. I think the one to watch is probably the Liverpool game. Will probably be not the most shown in the UK because it's an English team. Or Marseille against Ajax. It probably is the pick of the fixtures for me. So yeah, what ones if you guys watch the game later? I don't know. I'm probably going to go to the gym and maybe just watch the highlights later. Is there any games that you guys would recommend watching? Obviously tomorrow night we don't. Have we got Premier League tomorrow night? I'm assuming we don't. Premier League. Yeah, I don't think we've got a Premier League game tomorrow. No, we don't even have an early kickoff on Saturday. We don't even have an early kickoff then. It is literally us. We're playing on Sunday, aren't we? Yeah, we have got Palace on Sunday. Palace always turn up against us without question. They always play really well against us. But yeah, we've had 3 shots on target overall in that first half. I think we'll go through the stats. We'll go through all the stats, kind of give you an idea of what's going on. Roy, you got to listen out in case any of your anything comes in for any of your bets. But yeah, us against Backa Topola, sorry, is obviously still 0-0. It's 41% possession for them, 59% for us. They've had double our shots, though. They've had 8 shots while we've only had 4. They've also had 2 shots on target to our 1. We've had 3 corners to their 1, but we haven't made a very good job of them. 1 was played short to Cresswell, who lost the ball. 1 was really overhit. And 1, to be fair, was, I think, a shot straight from Ward-Prowse. Didn't go in. So, yeah, Freiburg on 11 goal difference now. They are running away with it a little bit on goal difference, but it's still within our hands. Ideally, we don't lose tonight. But it doesn't change. If we draw or lose tonight, the result is the same. We need to beat Freiburg. A win would mean we only need a draw with Freiburg to top the group. So, let's win tonight, please. That'll make things a lot easier at the London Stadium. And I think Moyes will take it seriously, knowing that we do get to miss 2 games. We play a strong team for 1 game, means that we have 2 games less, which will be against a difficult opposition as well. But yeah, we're just going to have a look at that chance again, the main one that they had. This is the one where he tried to curl it into the corner. He ran across it. Brilliant striker movement, I've got to say. But he just didn't deal with it particularly. He didn't deal with it particularly well with the power. Once we got to the shot, but he was doing well until that point. That Cresswell thing, I was saying that was going to happen the whole time. It's just annoying. It's annoying. He's finished. He's absolutely finished, and we've just been sloppy. We've just been sloppy. It's exactly what the Cold Twins are talking about in the moment. We haven't been good enough, and we need to be. We need to be better. And hopefully, once the second half starts, maybe we'll see some changes. I'd like to see a bit of Maxwell Cornet at some point. Things might change, but who knows? Who knows? For anyone that's just getting in, what are your feelings on that if you've watched it so far? You haven't missed much if you haven't been watching it. Don't worry about that. That Souček header across goal probably was our best chance. Probably was. Who even had our shot on target? It was Ben Rama, wasn't it? He just struck it with no power. He was in a good position there. But the stats are not particularly even looking good for us. It's been 7 Backa Topola fouls to our 5. But obviously fouls don't matter too much unless you've got a bet on them. And no cards. A few of their players, I'd say, are probably 1 tackle away from a card. But no cards as of yet. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly happy, but I'm not particularly worried either at the moment. If we lose, it's no different to getting a draw. It's a game that we need to ideally win, but will we get that win? I'm not confident we will at the moment, I've got to say. We've still got quite a while until the second half. I think we've got about 6 minutes. They're going to talk for a little bit more, and they're also going to, they're also going to do a bit more. So has anyone got any random questions that I want to ask at half time? We had quite a few random questions at the start of the stream. I was just wondering if anyone had any now. I'm also just having a quick look at the Champions League to see who maybe would be dropping down if we do finish second in the group. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be a Galatasaray. It could even be Lens and not Sevilla, but Sevilla will find a way to finish third. We all know they will. We all know they will. Braga, not an easy game. RB Salzburg, not an easy game. Benfica could still finish above them. Feyenoord is an interesting game. I'm not particularly against playing Feyenoord, but I know they're in good form. And then either PSG, Newcastle, or AC Milan. Dortmund are actually already through in that group as well, and they have got PSG, I want to say, in the last game. I'm not too sure though. Obviously, they want to win the group, even in the Champions League. You play people to finish second, so people prefer that. Young Boys look like they'll be going into the Europa League as well, along with one of Shakhtar and Porto. Shakhtar are on 9 points. They've done very well in a group that does have Barcelona in it. Royal Antwerp have lost all 5 games though, and they've scored 3 goals. That's not particularly good for them. So it looks like those aren't probably the worst teams that could come down. Apart from that Newcastle group, I would fancy us against all of them. Not like as overwhelming favourites, but I reckon we've got a chance with Moyes' pedigree of doing well in knockouts against any of those teams. So we go back over to the Europa League quickly. I haven't really paid too much attention to what's going on outside our group. So Freiburg are top of our group and we're second as it stands, but we are through because we are 6 points ahead of Olympiacos with 1 to play if nothing changes. And even if we lose, we'll be 5 points clear of Olympiacos, and I don't think Olympiacos are going to overturn that 4-0 deficit. Marseille are top of their group. They are tied with Brighton, although Brighton would have played a game more at the moment. AEK really do need to win to stop Brighton going through. And Ajax are finished. If they win today, they could still get Conference League, but they're not in good form. Real Betis are not through because Rangers have only played 4 games. They're drawing at the moment, I think. But Betis look like they're going to go through. Atalanta are already comfortably through. They're going to be joined by either Sturm Graz or Sporting Lisbon. Liverpool are not through yet, but they will be if they win tonight. Even a draw would probably be enough to see them through to the next round. Rennes are through. Villarreal have only played 3 games for some reason, but they're already on 6 points. I think they'll probably go through as well from that group. Slavia Prague and Roma, they look like they're comfortably going to go through. And then Bayer Leverkusen are through, and they'll be joined by either Karabag or Molde. So this isn't the strongest Europa League ever, I have to say. There's definitely some teams in there that are... Most teams in this are certainly capable of beating us, but I wouldn't think that we've got no chance against them. I wouldn't fancy Atalanta, and I certainly wouldn't... Out of all of them, I don't fancy Leverkusen. I wouldn't want to play Leverkusen, but if we have to, we have to. I reckon Leverkusen, especially with the football they'd play, they cooked us in pre-season, which obviously is mainly for fitness, but they'd do us, especially over 2 legs. I don't think we have a chance against them, mainly because the way they play football. If we try to sit back against them, we just get obliterated. So, yeah, I don't fancy them. Ideally, maybe not Marseille. Would be good, obviously, though, because we get to play against Cameron's team. Don't know enough about Betis at the moment. Rangers would be good. We get on quite well with Rangers fans, actually. There is a mutual respect there, and we helped him out with a lot of Europa League final tickets a few years ago, so there is some respect there. But if that would remain after we played them, I don't know. Lisbon would be a good away day. That's a team, again, that I probably don't fancy. I don't fancy either from that group, either Atalanta or Sporting Lisbon. That we've got to remember that not all of these teams will get through either, because some of them are going to have to face Champions League opposition. So we'll have to wait and see, but we should be ready to get back underway here. It is 6:45, so it should only be 2 minutes until we are back and playing. But we just got to sit here and wait until that happens. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay at the moment. Starting to get a little tense now we get towards the second half, and I know one goal for them will make things very awkward. It certainly did last time, and I didn't fancy us to get back into it last time, but the Souček header was our saviour yet again. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain if we score with a Souček header, but it'd be nice to score a goal that isn't from a set piece, because we scored a lot from set pieces. But I'm not picky at the moment. Just score a goal. Come on, West Ham. I could do to score some goals here. I don't need to. I don't need to. I'm just going to sit here and wait. We've got Newcastle Man United. Oh, that's why there's not an early kick-off. 7 PM on Saturday. I don't know who you guys backing for that one. I've got to be back in Newcastle at the moment. A lot of my mates who support Man United are saying that they fancy Newcastle to win that game at the moment. But we're going back over to the TNT Sport Live studio now. They have arrived. They've touched down for the Liverpool game. Which is at... Oh, is it at Anfield? I didn't realise it was. I thought they played them at Anfield last time. Obviously, was wrong about that. But it looks like we're ready to go in the second half here. All the fans are back in their seats. There might be 1 or 2 minutes before they do the kick-off, but it should be any time now for the second half. Our players are back out. I don't see any substitutes, which means that Aaron Crespo is still on the pitch. And I agree with what Roy said earlier. Just bring him off for Emerson, please. I don't trust him. I know Emerson needs to be rested, but we also need to win this game. Oh my... Why is it... There's massive tufts of turf coming out of the floor. What's going on? We're like digging up bits of turf before kickoff. Yeah, everyone's out. Both teams are knocking the ball around. The referee just hasn't called them over to start the second half yet. And that does mean I think we're going to be about a minute late starting, obviously. Watching this online on the Discovery Plus app does mean it's a little bit behind, but I don't have an aerial in my room, so or a BT box, so we can't really watch it like right up to date. But it is time for the second half, I believe. I will tell you when it started. I do apologise for not having the countdown. If you guys have been enjoying this, by the way, make sure you let me know, because I'd like to do some more of these if it's something that you guys are into, and I will get a number sorted out for that. I will get a countdown sorted out. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be live tomorrow doing FIFA. I'm just going to tell you that now. I'm going to the Lionesses game, actually, which is why I won't be there. At Wembley, so not too far. Get there on the Lizzie line, it'll be solid. Hopefully they'll win, because they do need a win for their Nations League hopes. But we are underway here at this game, and this is the game we are focusing on at the moment. West Ham against Backa Topola. Hopefully, we are going to see a better performance from us in this second half. Obama's already conceded a foul. 6 of 1. Really, I mean, he's got to try and push. He's got to try and be a bit physical. Sometimes there's going to be a free kick to the other team. Sometimes there's not going to be. Sometimes he'll get a free kick. It's just how it is in these physical battles. So, I just want a good start to this half. Like, a bit more confident, please. A little bit more urgency would be nice, because we start so slowly after half time. We're never good right after half time. Never have been under Moyes. There are rumours he sings some lullabies at half time and gives some chamomile tea, but who knows? That was a very weak free kick. I think Ben Ramos actually got away with one a bit there. He did get dispossessed quite easily. He had quite a lot of players flying forward, and hearing that Olympiacos result will only spur them on. Looking back on it, that probably is a free kick. That probably is a free kick. Who's going to take it? Looks like it's going to be Aguirre. The teams haven't changed, by the way. The team that you can see scrolling along at the bottom for us is our team. I haven't put the other team on just because I don't expect any of you guys to know the players. If you do, then I'm sorry. Got a few throw-ins for us to start this half. I don't think there's been any subs for them. They have had a yellow card now. That was at the end of the first half. They did actually get their first yellow card. I did say I know at half time I hadn't had any cards. I forgot about that. Yeah, Fabianski is our captain as well tonight, guys. For anyone that didn't know, he is our captain. Why have I put Tino Care as full name in? We don't have another Care that plays for us. Why have I done that? I'm going to change that. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm changing that. Good little run there. Didn't manage to get anything from it, though. Oh, Fornals almost got across. Fornals almost got across. There's a bit more there. We have got a few youth players on the bench as well, who I didn't manage to put on. We have got Chester's. We've got Anang, who probably shouldn't come on because he's a goalie. Dan Chester's, who looks very good. And Ollie Skulls, who did get to play it last season and was pretty good. So, that's our team. Let's just update that now. I'm just going to refresh it so you guys can see. Just in case any of those boys come on and you want to know who they are. Hopefully they will. Even if we're not winning, hopefully some of them get a chance over players who we already know are not very good, like Danny Ings. And again, it's not really a hate to Danny Ings personally. That should be a free kick to us. He doesn't suit the system at all. He's so ineffective and there's no point in playing him. Either play a system where Danny Ings can do something or don't play Danny Ings. I don't think it's that difficult. He did pop up with, I think, 2 goals in Europe last year, which wasn't bad. Trying to find Mabama there, Ben Rama. He's trying to make stuff happen. Have a go, Paqueta. That ball was never on. That was never on. He's tried to be too clever. He's tried to be far too clever there. Paqueta's been just so poor against Burnley, and he hasn't been any better today. He should be outclassing teams like this, and he just hasn't. He's got another chance on it now. It just looks a bit laboured from him today. Obviously, drops in form are going to happen, but these are the kind of games. Oh, I thought that was our throats, giving it to them, but these are the kind of games where you need to play well. You need to play well. Ben Rama's doing well enough today. Not really well, but he's doing well enough. But overall, we're just not too good at the moment. Yeah, I don't mind giving him some ratings at the end if that's something that people would like, but no one's going to get particularly high marks at the moment. Souček's actually brought that down quite well. The referee's in Ward-Prowse's way, and I want to see a bit more from you, Ward-Prowse. He's made those late runs, though, and he hasn't been used, so I've got to credit him for doing that, and hopefully he keeps doing that. He scored a few goals from it at the start of the season. I think a lot of you guys would have seen when we played Brighton. He scored a good goal there, just running into the box late. Souček's just toe punted out for a throw-in for no reason. We haven't started any better. We seem to have a little bit of energy at least, but technically it's just not there at the moment. I did talk about how cut up this pitch is, but it's just as cut up for the other team. So we can't really use that as an excuse. We need to do better. It's just a bit aimless at the moment. And I still think Fornals should move into the middle. Oh, that's got to be a free kick to them, surely. Ward-Prowse has done nothing. He's just forced himself on a bloke and pushed him over, but oh my god, Ben Johnson looks terrible. They wanted a free kick there for handball. It did look like he moved his hand, but I don't think he actually made contact with the ball. But Ben Johnson still looks out of his depth against Backa Topola. Cresswell looks ready to retire on the spot, I've got to say. What will happen as well is suddenly Cresswell will just start playing well at some point this season. He'll have a stretch of like 5 games that like convince you that he can do another year. Ben Johnson might have heard of me. He's made a very marauding run here. He hasn't managed to find one of our players, but Backa has gathered it. And that's what I don't mind seeing, especially when you've got cover. Drive forward, force it. Try and make something happen. That's good. I'm not going to have a go at him, especially when it's a bloke who doesn't get to play that often. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. He had good control of the ball as well. We're trying to find Fornals there, of all people, with a long ball. That's just not working. Mabama's still working hard, but it's just not enough at the moment. Luckily, I don't think it'll be him or Ings up front on the weekend. I expect it to be Jared Bowen. Mabama's done really well there to try and win the ball. Hasn't got there. Put Ings on. With Mabama, I think he has to come on with Mabama. That is a very Danny Ings system as well. I don't think you should sub Mabama off for him, Ian. I reckon we should put both of them on. Give us the best chance of scoring a goal. If we lose tonight or we draw tonight, it's the same scenario in the last game. We just need to beat Freiburg. If we get the win, we need to draw against Freiburg to win the group. So we might as well go for it. A draw doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't. It'd only do anything for us, I think, if Olympiacos won and they're 4-0 down. So we might as well go for it and put both strikers on. That could actually be what helps out Danny Ings having a strike partner. And Mabama will make clever runs for him too. So I wouldn't be against having them both on the pitch. I really wouldn't. Maybe go... we probably have to go 4-4-2, but I mean, none of our midfielders. Play Mav up front, mate. Mavropanos? He has scored a few. I'm guessing that's who you're talking about. He did score quite a few for Stuttgart last season, actually. You might be talking about someone completely different now, I don't know, but I'm presuming it's Mavropanos. But I'd put Mabama up front with him. I wouldn't be against Cornet having some minutes either. Benrahma's been, I guess, okay. But that's only compared to the other people on the pitch. He still hasn't been good. Paqueta just looks awful today. He's had a few moments where he's been okay, but he's just too careless a lot of the time. Good touch there. Used to be a strike, did he? I actually didn't know that. I'm not surprised at all, but I didn't know that. Good little touchdown, yes. Moyes likes converting people to strikers. Maybe that'll be his magnum opus, making him a striker. Good little touch there from Souček. Puts it out right. Ben Johnson has a lot of time to put it into a lot of people, and we will get a corner. Ben Johnson's been pretty good at the start of this half. On the attacking side, that is. On the defensive side, not very convinced by him. Haven't been for a while. For a while, I thought he was going to be our long-term right back, but Moyes tried to move him to centre back. It didn't work, and now he's forgot how to do everything. No short corners, please. Just stick it in the box. I'm not here for the short corners. If we lose, last time we lost the ball. They had to counter-attack quickly. Cresswell wasn't fast enough to get back. This is probably one of our best chances of scoring. And the outswingers seem to be a bit better for Ward-Prowse as well. So hopefully something is going to come of this. Oh, it's a deep one. I don't know why we've tried to head that. And the goalie's taking it really easily. That's just such a waste. Souček's in there. Aged's in there. Mabama isn't bad in the air. Mavropanos is very good in the air. Try and find one of them. Why are we trying to find Benrahma and Fornals? I don't know if that was badly overhit, but it looked intentional from Ward-Prowse. The way he hit it was like he was trying to get a man at the back post to either bring it down or head it back across, but I don't know why we'd be doing that. Doesn't seem to make sense to me. The Liverpool team has just come in for anyone who is interested in that game. They've gone pretty weak, actually. Kelleher's playing, Joe Gomez is playing, Kwanzaa's playing, Endo, Gravenberch and Harvey Elliott in midfield. They've got a very solid front three, though. It's Gakpo, Luis Diaz and Salah. Back to our game, anyway. That's not a bad ball. Johnson has put his foot in there in a dangerous place. He hasn't won the ball, but I respect him for going in for it, at least. But yeah, Ian, I do think we should move to two strikers at some point in this game. He did it against Freiburg when we were 2-1 up, at like the least opportune time for us to play two strikers. But hopefully, we'll see a little run out here. As I was saying earlier, if we lose, it's no different. Oh, is Fornals going to get booked? If we lose, it's no different to us getting a draw. So we might as well go for it. Because you have to remember, whilst Freiburg would be 3 points ahead of us if we lose, it's done on head-to-head in the Europa League. It isn't done on goal difference, in case anyone's confused about why I'm saying we can lose and finish above them. We wouldn't have to beat them like 4-0. We just have to beat them. Because then we would have beaten them twice. But ideally we win here, and then that becomes less of a problem. But knowing we can play for a draw probably won't work for David Moyes either. Souček's having a bit of a... Can't take many more performances like this. Burnley was bad. I don't even care that we won. The Burnley performance was awful. One of the worst we've seen. That and Everton. And just two games where Everton, we had no invention at all. And Everton are not a hard team to beat. Fornals has tried to play a long ball there. Oh, he's just about got it wrong. I don't mind that. That was a very difficult pass. Benrahma was in if he did it. I think that was probably worth the risk with no other passes on. But there's no kind of creativity out there at all. Paqueta doesn't look bothered. Souček's not going to be creative. He can barely get the ball under control. Again, probably could have brought that down, but I mean, he's kicked it into a good position. That's poor Benrahma. That's so short. Very careless, and we've seen that too much. Luckily, I was about to say luckily Aged can mop it up. He hasn't done, and we could be in trouble here. We could definitely be in trouble. They've made a really good overlap there. Luckily, he hasn't seen him. He's gone for the... I don't know if that was a cross or a shot, but he's gone out for a goal kick. But we are creating a lot of our own problems at the moment. This isn't particularly encouraging. If we play like we have last few weeks, Palace will beat us. Especially because they always turn up when they play us at London Stadium. They always do. So I'd rather we put in a performance here, give us something to build on for the weekend. Brighton have gone ahead. Moyes effect you're not a fan of. I mean, if we were winning a bit more, I wouldn't be too upset. I wouldn't be too upset with the way Moyes plays, but it's like the performances do not fill anyone with confidence. It just feels like a matter of time before we're going to start losing and keep losing. It doesn't feel like we're progressing at all. That's gone through Souček's legs. It doesn't feel like we're getting any better, unfortunately. Even though we signed some good players, we could be in trouble there. I think he was offside, but it has rolled through to Fabianski. I think the striker at least thought he was offside. And we have got away with one a few times here. Moyes needs to, again, be proactive with the subs. He doesn't do it enough. He's going to wait until the 80th minute and then try and change it, which is good for fitness, not bringing on players that are going to be playing at the weekend. But Ings probably isn't going to play at the weekend. I don't think Cornet will start at the weekend. Give him some time. Give him a chance to do something. There's nothing to lose by losing this game. If we end up losing this game, going to win it, it's the same effect as a draw. So go for it, please. Souček's made a good run there again. But we are being forced backwards. I mean, you've got to credit Backa to Topola. We are poor, but they are doing pretty well. They're pretty well drilled defensively. But we need to be better than them. But Backa, again, he's not on the same wavelength as everyone today. He's not got that understanding. His main understanding did seem to be with Kudus when he came on. Obviously, Kudus isn't even in the squad today. We can't sub him on. We can't sub Bowen on. We can't sub Antonio. I'm just going to remind anyone in case I don't know. But Bama's got a chance to stretch his legs now. Go alone, lad. Go alone. He does look for the pass because I think he wants to be quite safe. But I don't mind that. Benrahma's going to cut in and kick it at the goalkeeper. I can already tell you. Oh, he's done well. He always tried to hang it up. That was better. Anything we've had that's gone okay has been through Benrahma so far today. He hasn't even played well, but he's probably been our most dangerous player. That is a beautiful touch, Cresswell. That was very difficult from him. He's done well. But we've got to keep it moving now. Johnson's unmarked. We're just playing it backwards. I know we need to keep the ball, and we've got a lot of time. We can be patient, but I'd like to see a little bit more urgency, because they're not tracking the runs when we do make an urgent run. We should still have that. Go on, Benrahma. Oh, he's bottled out of that. And he has kept it on, but he almost ended up not winning the throw-in or coming away with the ball. Referee's trying to tackle Ward-Prowse. That's helpful. Oh, lovely ball. Go on, Benny. Oh, good tackle in the end. That's what I like seeing. Playing it into feet, giving them a chance to beat their man. Just drilling it into feet is so effective. You only need to turn your man once and you're in on goal. Antonio showed it against Brighton, but obviously Antonio is not on the pitch today. Something that Mabama could be good at, I think, but he doesn't seem to have that physical strength yet. He's okay physically. He puts himself about with it, but he's not Antonio. But at the end of the day, who is? He's a very unique player. Not all in a good way, but certainly been an experience watching him play for the few years he's been with us. Oh, Johnson's gone onto his weaker foot there. It's a good pass from him. Fornals is onside. He's floated it probably a bit too much. We've managed to keep it on. And I think they've given them a free kick. Bit of a push in the back from Souček, I'm guessing. Better. But every time I've said that, we've then had 5 minutes where we don't do anything. So we've got to keep building on that now. Thomas Souček not having the best game so far, but this is exactly how he played against Burnley, and he came up with a winner. For the 300 or so West Ham fans that have actually been allowed tickets for today, do something for them, boys. You owe them for coming out here. My hair looks so weird in this. Like, why is it so thick today? I've talked about that more than I've talked about the game, I know, but it actually is like bothering me. Okay, he's got a lot of space, this bloke in the middle, but there isn't really too much for him to do. We forced him backwards. Just a bit slow at the moment. It just is. There's going to be lulls in the game. There has to be. We want to manage our fitness. We don't want to go in for it too early. That's a very, very David Moyes way of thinking. But that's a very good touch. They might have a chance here. They've had a shot, and Fabianski gets across it again. They haven't put any power in it. The placement was there. The movement was there from them. They just snatched at their chances a bit too much back at Topola. That was another good chance there. He managed to step inside again. And the other striker wasn't even marked. There was no one near him. That's really bad communication, I think. It's just not good enough, right? That's just not good enough again. I know these two are probably still learning to play against each other. We just kicked it straight out from a goal kick. This is where you when it goes into a slump like this, make your subs, David. Make your subs. Freshen it up. Try and get a bit of energy back. But we're not going to do that until the 80th minute. I mean, I know I'm not the manager. Moyes must know more than I do. He's won a European trophy. I can't knock the man, but it can be frustrating at times. It can be. Oh, it's just ducked out a bit there. Johnson didn't need to clear that, but I guess it's better than him risking losing it. But Benrahma again has brought it down quite well. But he has had to go backwards. Another bit of a no-show from Ward-Prowse so far. Obviously, he only takes one of those set pieces, but even they haven't been on the money today. Ben Johnson's on the overlap. He's going to try and cross on his left this time. Not the worst ball in the world, but their front man has got to it again, and that's happened too much today. It's happened far too often today. A little bit of a gap through the middle. Well done, Backa. Have another go. That's good, that's good. This is a good press. That has actually found their man. They've played out of it well. But, again, Ben Johnson has pressed it pretty decently and won it pretty well. Lovely from 4 now, as we should have an advantage there. The ref hasn't actually signalled that we were meant to have a free kick in the first place. But Backa goes on. Souček is out wide. This is bizarre positioning from us lot. I can't really tell what we're trying to do. Are we going to step inside here? Benrahma's going to put one in from really deep, and Souček just can't get there. Gaps are starting to appear. They really are. And there hopefully is going to be, it looks like they're going to do it, a yellow card for the bloke who fouled 4 nouts, because that was really, really late. I think that's who he's booked, so I'm not too sure. The ref's shown his yellow card to someone. I think it was the number 4. I think it was Kalusic. But I'm not sure, it hasn't come up on the screen. And he didn't look at him and show him the card. He's got a card out for someone, but I don't know who. But I'm guessing it's the bloke who'd have got the camera on. But yeah, gaps are appearing. We are starting to press a little bit better. But it's still not enough at the moment. It's still not enough. We've got to make sure we don't go into another lull here and give them another opportunity. Because last time I said we were playing well, it happened again. We went a bit slow. We got a bit sloppy. And they almost scored again. So, yeah, they've had the better chances today. We haven't even really fashioned one open chance. We had one shot on target. Benrahma made it himself. And then the shot wasn't really threatening at all. It was actually in a threatening position. He's got it completely wrong. But this is so sloppy. And, yes, there's a lot of second team players playing. But Paqueta's playing. Agai's playing. Souček's playing. Benrahma's in and out the first team. Whilst it is a lot of our reserves, Ward-Prowse has played literally every game. There's a lot of players that also play every week. This midfield 3 are literally always on the pitch for us. There is confirmation now that it was Kalusic who got the yellow card. But yeah, if you guys are in the comments, I want to know what you're thinking about this so far, because I'm not too impressed. And I'm not confident we're going to go on and win this. I'm not. How confident can you be when you support West Ham? You've seen enough over the years to not be confident, ever. But... yeah, I'm not particularly confident we'll win this. I just want to see subs have more than 5-10 minutes on the pitch. Make them early. There's no harm in giving someone like Cornet half an hour. Or even playing him as a front 2 with Mabama. But yeah, Ward-Prowse has done nothing. I know he puts a good corner in, but Cresswell's still on the pitch. Cresswell can put the corners in. Cresswell actually does have a decent delivery on him. We don't need to... yeah, we need to sacrifice one of those midfielders, I'd say, to go 4-4-2. Maybe Benrahma as well. But yeah, that's a shame because he has probably been one of our better players. Because if you do go 4-4-2, you do need a little bit more pace out on the wings, in my opinion. 4-2-2 maybe, I don't know. They're all similar variations of the same thing. But yeah, Benrahma's the one picking it up and moving again. I don't think we can take him off. He's the one that Glazer's not fitting in that kind of formation, but I don't think you can take Benrahma off because whilst he hasn't been good, he's been better than most people. That looks like it's going to be a corner to us. We'll take that. It's going to be probably another Ward-Prowse one. Hopefully it's going to be a Ward-Prowse corner, and hopefully it's going to end up in a goal. Oh, Backa, Topola. I must be loving life right now. I'm going to turn my phone off because I've realised I will get a goal notification if we score. And I want to completely not know what's happening. I can still see your comments on the computer. That was a better ball in. We didn't win it, but that was a much better ball in. Ward-Prowse is back on side. Drive Benrahma. There's no one on you. Okay. Yeah, Ward-Prowse has gone with a deep cross. Haven't done that enough today. Souček's won it. It's looping and it's just wide. Oh, a bit better from us again. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. We still haven't had a convincing shot on target. But Souček, he did put hands on him there, but I wouldn't say it's a foul. It was looping. I think the goalie would have got to it, but it's better. The heck? What is the heck? Benrahma's the one I said should stay on. Mabama's going off rings as well. 2 up front. For God's sake. Go 2 up front. Mbama, not great today. Not great today, unfortunately. Showed promise against Burnley. Had a few good moments today, but not enough. But I'm glad Cornet's coming on. Don't get me wrong. But I said it shouldn't be for Benrahma. Benrahma's been one of our better players. And he's normally not. But he's been one of our better players. I don't know why you're saying the heck, but we move. Don't know what you've seen that's that surprising. Jesus. They're starting to play around at the back here. They're not even booting it or anything. They're just kicking it out of the box. They're kicking it around in the box and then going long when they have to. They're doing quite well back at Topola. And obviously only one of these to break for them. They've had a few break from already. That was quite a weak foul. I don't know what else Cresswell's meant to do. That's just a normal duel and he's had a free kick given against him. Not pleased with that one, I've got to say. Yeah, that's not a foul. That's not a foul for me. Normally, I'll admit, even if I don't agree, I'll say I'd see why he's given it. I don't see why he's given that. It's just a normal challenge. They've both gone up for the ball. Cresswell's put his arm on the bloke's shoulder, which is completely normal. Not even pushing him down. Giving a free kick. Sloppy decision, but if that's the worst decision the ref makes, then he's had a good game. So, hasn't really had too much to do at the moment. Souček's there on the inside. Fornals has switched sides. Danny Ings has made a brilliant run there, actually. Someone needs to pick up that loose ball. It hit Souček. There was a few players around. I don't know if the communication's not there today or what. Oh, it's important Ward-Prowse wins that, and he has been tackled fairly, in my opinion. Bit of false, but it was fair. Cresswell did send him short, though, so... yeah, this is not too good at the moment. Cornet looks like he's playing on the right. Backa's got that no problem. They're starting to get a little bit sloppier back at Topola. And you've got to be professional in Europe. I did say, in the first half, a lot of teams are good for 70 minutes, and then they fall off, so... hopefully that's going to happen today. We did blow them away in about the last 15 minutes at the London Stadium. They were leading for quite a while. That's some really good feet by Danny Ings. I didn't think I'd ever say that. He has ended up losing the ball. But Danny Ings is trying to dribble through, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to dribble his way to goal. Just another little bit spell of possession here for Backa Topola. They're doing alright. Oh, that's a very good ball again. You've got to stay with him. Got to stay with him. Okay, he's managed to slow him down. I think we're managing to get back now. I think we're managing to get back, hopefully. There you go, we're back in position. Good touch from there, man. But he's lost it. And then we've just given it back. Cresswell again. He's so sloppy. He's so sloppy. Who do you think's been doing alright for us, guys? Who do you think's been poor if you've been watching the game? Because there's not really too many performers that have done well. I think Benrahma was actually probably one of our better players. They've had a long shot there. Fabianski did get a fingertip on that. Have they given offside? Okay, they've gone back for an earlier offside. Really long range shot there. Nice little curler. Didn't manage to get on target, I don't think. But Fabianski just had to be sure because it was quite tight. They have gone back for an earlier offside though, which makes me think VAR must be in operation for this game. Danny Ings is making some good runs today, I've got to say. He is actually doing better than Mbama was for his movement, but then obviously he's only been on the pitch a few minutes against tired players, so we'll see. But I don't mind what I've seen from Danny Ings so far. He's still a good footballer, it's just the system is useless for him. It really is the way we play. I don't know why Moyes bought him to then not play a way that suits Danny Ings. And if he knew he wasn't going to change tactics, and why would you buy Danny Ings in the first place? He did score 2 goals against Forest though, guys. I'm on against Ghent. Got to remember that. Okay, here's Cornet. Want to see him do something today. Looks like he's going to cut in. He does. He's done really well. He's just lost it though. Mavropanos is getting very, very far up the pitch now. Mavropanos is basically playing as a right winger. Ian said earlier that we should play him up front, and maybe he's going to end up there by the end of the game as we try and get ourselves a goal. Hopefully if we do score though, we won't retreat back. Oh, that's a good turn by Ings again. He's really getting involved. Have a go, Paqueta. Have a go. It takes a big deflection and we will get a corner. See, I don't mind that. When nothing else is on, you take the shot. I was annoyed at him earlier when he did it because there was better options on. But if nothing's on, have a go. I don't think that was going in anyway before the deflection, but... oh well, we've got the corner. He's probably intending to get the corner. Souček is lurking. Souček is lurking. Come on. Big chance for a goal here. Big chance for a goal. Our 6th corner of the game, I'd say maybe 2, 3 of them have been good. With Ward-Prowse, you normally expect more than that. His standards are so high, but you do expect him to reach them. You're going to be harsher on Ward-Prowse than anyone else if the delivery's poor, aren't you? It's like Trent putting in a bad ball. Probably even better with Ward-Prowse, actually. That one is a good ball, but it is headed away. It's still in the area. It's still in the area. Have a shot, someone. Nope. They managed to get it away. Again, it's on the money, and again, it just hasn't... We haven't capitalised on it. We can't blame Ward-Prowse for that. He's put it into the perfect area. It's dropped around the penalty spot, but far enough away from the goalie. That outswinger is the more dangerous one. I did mention that earlier, actually. His outswingers do seem to be better. The in-swingers, he does seem to shoot, or always aim for the front post. Yeah, and I don't know if that's in the hope that it will go in straight away, or if that's to try and find Souček or whatever, but whatever it is, I think his outswingers are better. We just need to put maybe a big man towards the back post area, because that seems to be where most of them are landing, and it's like Fornals or Backa or someone that's out there. And whilst Paqueta's got a good leap on him, it's normally when he's running onto the ball. That does look like it's taking a deflection. I believe that's another corner for us. There we go. Ward-Prowse is going to go and take it. Is this going to be the moment? Is this going to be the deadlock breaking moment? Mr. Moyes is not looking too happy. He's got the tactics going. We have made subs well before the 80th minute, which is good. But I haven't got the time. We're on 73 at the moment. 17 minutes, and I don't think there'll be too much injury time unless we're getting things to happen. I don't know what the subs are doing. They're jumping at each other on the sideline. It's another good one from Ward-Prowse. He's going to get a second go at it, I think. He has managed to keep it on. Could have found corner. It was a very good run. It's a poor cross in the end. And Souček just chucks himself on the floor. Goal kick. He goes begging again. Gets away from us again. And they know that if they nick a goal, then they are in business for the Conference League, this lot. They know they only need to draw against Olympiacos. Because Olympiacos' goal difference is now so bad. I haven't stopped talking the whole time, have I? Apart from when I went to get a drink. The throat is dry. They're playing that short ball again back to Topola. They're not afraid of doing that. Credit to them. And when they do the long pass, it is into the right areas. Luckily, Mavropanos does seem to have their striker under wraps at the moment. He does seem to be winning that duel quite comfortably. It only takes one, doesn't it? It only takes one moment or one foul that isn't given by the ref or whatever. And we're in trouble. So we need to get that goal and then get another one. But yeah, I'm never comfortable. Never. I'm very much an anxious football fan. Even if we're like 4-0 up and we're in injury time, I'm not comfortable until the game's over. Obviously, I'm more comfortable than I would be at 1-0, but I'm not completely comfortable. That's a good little ball there. And then Paqueta loses it. Cornet was doing a little bit of good interplay there. I'd like to see Emerson soon. I'd definitely like to see Emerson soon. He really does get stuff moving down that left-hand side, and we have been lacking there. Especially since Benrahma came off, we have been lacking on that side. So I think Emerson would probably be my next sub. He's fit enough to play 15 minutes and then play against Palace. And he's on the bench, as you can see by the squad that's going along at the moment. I haven't added who's come on. But it's Ings and Cornet that have been our subs so far. And Cornet is on the ball at the moment in the corner. Big on, beat him, skin him. It's good. Is he trying to get a shot off? No, he's not. There's a bloke on the floor in the middle. And a free kick's been given. No idea why. Okay, they're making a triple sub now. Pantovic is coming on. Vlalukin's coming on. And Vulic is coming on for Backa Topola. I don't know what that free kick was for. I'm guessing like Ings pushed someone over or something. That's my best guess, but I didn't really show it on camera. Okay, who's coming off for them? Let's have a look. The number 7, he's been alright. He's been alright. He's put in a decent performance. But I've got to keep my West Ham ratings in mind for the end, and no one's going to score high after this game. Yeah, he's done alright. They're not really actively trying to come off quickly, and I expect them to try and win this game, because it'll put them in a much better position for when they play Olympiacos. Who have we got coming on? He looks like BTEC Andre Silva. He's come on. Didn't get a good glance at who else has come off, though, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to sit and wait. And it should come up at the side who's come off. They're going to play a little short goal kick again, by the looks of it. Yeah, still 0-0, and nothing has... The West Ham account has not tweeted anything apart from the subs this half. That shows you how boring it's been. There's nothing for them to talk about. Hopefully this will eventually go wrong for Backa Topola. They're getting very confident playing out from the back, even though Ings is in close proximity. Hopefully he'll be able to nick it at least once. Obviously, even if he does do that, still got the question of him taking the chance, but with being Danny Ings, hopefully he will. Offside call against them there. I'm not sure that he was. It looked like he started behind Ben Johnson, but obviously we don't have an inline view from where they're watching with the cameras. Kovelevic has gone off. He was number 21. So that long head fullback is on. He's been their best player. It looks like he is. Good little ball into the feet of Ings there, but it's just beyond Paqueta. That's sloppy. What a disappointment for Roy, I know, right? I was expecting it to be like this, especially after the Burnley game, but I was hoping we'd still have enough. Freiburg have got their 5th. Doan's probably come off the bench and scored. He's a good player. I like Doan. He'd fit in quite well at West Ham. Definitely one to look out for when we play them. But yeah, I was hoping we still at least have scored by now. I didn't think we'd play well, but I was hoping professional performance we'd get at least 2. But yeah, I actually think that Backa Topola have probably been better in this game than Olympiacos were when we played them. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so yeah, Freiburg will be top of the group, and we will need to beat them at the London Stadium to win the group as it stands. But if we win, we will only need a draw to top the group. Just keep that in mind, guys. We only need a draw. If we're on the same points, we did beat them in Germany. So we would go top of the group on head-to-head and avoid that next round. That is a really poor tackle from their fullback. I think that should be a yellow card because there was no attempt for the ball whatsoever. And we are finally getting a bit of Emerson. We're changing both our fullbacks. Tilo Kehrer as well, who isn't really known for it, but I have said he does put a good cross in. I would have liked to have seen Emerson. I don't know how much time's on the clock. It's only a game. I would have liked to have seen Emerson 78 minutes ago. I can't lie. Cresswell, poor performance from him. Not utterly useless. Okay defensively, apart from that back pass, but not inspiring getting forward either. He was making those overlap runs just like half a second too late for my liking. Hopefully, we're finally going to get that goal. It's another set piece. Ward Prowse has had enough goes at it today. It's in towards Mavropanos, and he should have gone with his head. He went with a foot and didn't get there. It was unmarked, and I do think he was onside. No, he was offside. But yeah, he had to try and go for that with his head. I think he knew he was maybe slightly offside, or at least wasn't sure whether he's offside or not, but he's got that a little bit wrong. And again, they're going to try and pass it out from the back. Be interesting to see when they start going for it. But yeah, it's Cresswell that's gone off for Emerson, and the other change was Tilo Kehrer, who's come on at right back. Good oh, we're going to get there, Cornet. Okay, he's done well enough. And I think we're going to have a free kick. Apparently they're going to have a free kick. What happened there? Okay, yeah. Hit Cornet's hand, but natural position for me. Very up close. Not the end of the world that that's been given, though. We move on. We move on. It's a handball by Cornet there. He hasn't been caught offside yet today. Always happens. We're going to see it at least once. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. But we need to keep pressing. Cornet should be fresh. He wouldn't start the weekend, but he could at least put himself in Moyes' head if he plays well. Gets a goal or an assist. He's pressed well again there. I have said that. He does press well whenever he comes on, and he's doing that again today. I know we don't want to press too high, just get out of position. That's a bad pass. Ings was just a little bit switched off there. He didn't do too badly, but if he was completely alive, maybe could have got something on that. But we are struggling at the moment. 10 minutes to go and it's 0-0. At least we haven't conceded like last time we played them, but this isn't good. This isn't good. 9 minutes to go now, actually, because we're on 80-47, so we haven't got long to go at all, and I don't think there'll be too much injury time. I'd say maybe 3 minutes of injury time, so it's not looking too good for us at the moment, and while Backa Topola would certainly be proud of a draw, they would celebrate a draw probably isn't enough for them. I'd say they need to win this game. They've got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose. If they lose this game, they can still go through by beating Olympiacos. They draw this game, they can still go through by beating Olympiacos. Both teams need to go and win this game. Both teams need to try and win this game, and no one seems to be taking the initiative to really go for it at the moment. Both teams seem comfortable to... I don't think both teams will be comfortable with a draw, but I think both teams are comfortable to try and smash and grab it in the last few minutes. And we're getting towards those last few minutes now. Hopefully, there'll be an explosion of attacking football from us, just like there was at Turf Moor. But I'm not holding out for anything. Souček's a lot deeper today as well, because obviously we don't have Alvarez. And Kera's made a good run here. He's got no one to cross it into, but he's crossed it in anyway, and it's gone straight out for a goal kick. What do I even say about that? Why would you cross it in when no one's in there? David Moyes has just banged his head on the dugout. Why would you even cross it in? Why would you bother when you look up and you see there's no one in there? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if you're maybe hoping one of them will head it behind for a corner, but you need to have a bit more structure to your play than that. It's just not obvious what we're even trying to do in this game. That's a pretty dreadful clearance from them, and we need to get on it quickly. Play the ball to Cornet while he's unmarked. Get it going. Show some urgency, West Ham. That would be very nice to see. Oh, good header, actually, by Kera to keep it on, but he couldn't find one of our men. And it is a bit of hoofball there, and their man could be through. Mavropanos makes a brilliant tackle. It looks like he might have hurt himself doing it. He has managed to get up, luckily. But yeah, when called upon, Mavropanos has done well. Obviously, we can only judge him at full time, but so far, he has actually stepped across with a few decent tackles. He does seem to be limping a bit, though. 7 minutes to go now. We're just counting down the minutes. Tried to spray it over to the other side there. Mavropanos has gone down again. Hopefully he's okay. The camera's not on him. They've tried to play it forwards, and luckily it's a poor pass. We were not set up to deal with that. We're very fortunate that pass has been poor. Again, Paqueta doesn't even bother looking. Too casual from him, but luckily they've given it straight back. Souček's trying to play a lob through ball, and it's actually come off, and we'll get a throw in. More urgency. We don't even need to be that good to beat this lot. We need better than this. I will give credits back to Topola. How long to the fan base? Bang on Dawson. Yes, that's the best name. Best name in the chat I've seen tonight. How long to the fan base turns on Moyes? Some people already have. Some people turned on him a long time ago, and even after we won the Conference League, and got that run at the start of the season, and never turned back. So I don't know. I think it's gradual. I think more and more people will be. I don't want him gone. I think we will be safe in the Premier League. He's a very, very good knockout manager to have. So I think for this season, we should have him. But I think if it carries on like this, and I don't think we should renew his contract, and then he hasn't been sacked, he can move into a role upstairs or onto the coaching staff in a different capacity, which should be good. And that's probably the best ending for everyone. But he's got to make sure that we play well enough for him to get that far. That bloke's not injured. Play on. But yeah, I do worry about it a bit. But I think with the bottom three at the moment, we shouldn't go down, even if we don't get too many more points. Bournemouth are starting to show signs of life, though. Burnley, I think, are as good as gone. Sheffield, I think, are as good as gone. Luton, I think, will have enough to stay up. I think Everton will stay up quite comfortably, actually, even though they've had that deduction. But I think there's no like risk of us getting relegated. We are 9th at the moment. We are doing okay, but the brand of football, it's not exciting, is it? When we do well on the break, it can be exciting playing like this. It was exciting when we played against Brighton, even though I know we scored 3 goals, but even on the attacks where we didn't score, it was good. But yeah, the performances are just boring. They're really boring. And even when you play this kind of football, it doesn't have to be boring. But this side is so lacking pace now that we can't counter-attack very well. It is very frustrating, mate. It really is. And even if you are getting results, people aren't going to want to turn up and watch this, are they? I completely agree with what you're saying with the performances. I don't always look forward to going to watch us play. I actually prefer it when we play against the so-called bigger teams, because we actually seem to put in a bit of a better counter-attacking performance against them. But like against Palace, I don't fancy us. I don't. With the style of football they'll play, they won't be particularly attacking, but they will have they'll have more of a go at us than we will at them, if that makes sense. They will try and seize the initiative a bit more, and for some reason when we play Palace, we're always poor. So, I'm not particularly looking forward to it. And there's only 4 minutes to go now, and it's still 0-0. I think we are going to see a draw. I don't expect either team to score. If they score, obviously it only takes 1 moment. If we score, it only takes 1 good moment. And they might have it here, actually. They played a lovely through ball. Mavropanos has got a cross. He's decided to try and play it to Emerson, who's got it wrong and lost the ball. We're in trouble here. That is a weak free kick, referee. They are being very sneaky. They are looking for the free kicks and the referee's buying it. They're playing him quite well. They are playing this referee quite well. No way you're going to book him. It's his first tackle. There is shirt pulling there. It's probably a free kick. But I don't know why you've booked him for his first tackle. I don't get that. I don't get that. But they've got a good set piece chance now. And it only takes one, doesn't it? It only takes one. What a game. I know, it's so good. It's been so good, Billy. I like the exclamation mark as well. It makes it look like you put a Rocket League emote in the chat. But yeah, free kick for Backa Topola. In a very dangerous position. Hopefully it's going to be overhit and go straight out for a goal kick. Oh, it's been headed away quite well, actually. Come on, press forward now. Press forward now, boys. Yeah, I was hoping for a few more goals. Oh, Danny Ings might get there. It's a poor back pass. Their bloke's on the floor, but they've managed to scoop it up and make sure that we can't chip the keeper. This is just terrible. I don't care. As long as we win at Anfield in a month's time, Billy. Just we get through to that semi-final of the Carabao. Who cares? Yeah, I think hopefully your game will be a bit more interesting, mate. Hopefully it'll be a bit better than this. Backa's done well there. It should be an advantage. It is. Still nothing's going on. We're shifting the ball across in their half, but we're not really trying to penetrate the back four. Souček, he actually looks like a Pro Clubs character trying to control the ball. It's so funny. Do something, Kara. Try and step in or find corner. Okay, that's good. Now whip it in. We've got the players in there. It's a brilliant ball in. It's Souček again. It's Souček again. Is he onside? I think he is. I think we've finally broken the deadlock. I think Souček might have finally done it. I think Souček might have got the goal in the 89th. Souček gives us the lead. It's across from Cornet. Exactly the same as against Burnley. He lurks at the back post and gets the goal. It's becoming a bit of a theme now, guys. Thomas Souček, is he onside? Cornet's certainly onside. Souček's definitely onside. And he just taps it in. He just taps it in. Does it take a little flick off Danny Ings? It doesn't. The keeper can't get there. And eventually, West Ham have taken the lead. I can finally update the scoreboard to 1-0. Well, yeah, maybe you should stay in, Bill. Hopefully there's no more goals now and we win 1-0. But there we go. 1-0 to West Ham. It's taken enough time. It's Thomas Souček, helicopter man again. But I don't think he can do 90 minutes against Palace and still be on at the end. He'll be too tired. We've seen it. He can't play 90 minutes Europe, 90 minutes Premier League in the same week. And we have got a Thursday game, whether it's in some form of cup or even in the Premier League. We've got all of them. Can have a cheeky celebration. Not until the job's done. Not until the job's done. You know me, Bill. We don't celebrate until it's done. Does a postman celebrate when he delivers the post? Can't say that he does. We do go top of the group now, though. We do go top of the group, and that is exactly what we needed. Because I don't want to play off against the Champions League sides, mainly because I don't want the extra games. We've won it there. We could be in for 2 actually. It's Souček who's tried to chip the keeper from 50 yards, and the ball hasn't got off the floor. Most West Ham thing I have seen. Can I do a cheeky Orange Justice? I might have to get a tutorial up. I know what the Orange Justice is, but I don't even know where to start. I don't know if my limbs could even like bend that way. You know. Yeah, Souček has just tried to chip the keeper from his own half and the ball hasn't left the ground. Mr. Moyes is giving them his instructions again. It's a long throw to Cornet. Cornet can't be offside from a throw-in. They've finally found out how to play Cornet for on goal. Here he is, it's Cornet. Penrith! Nothing given. Nothing given. The bloke didn't even look at the ball. It was a bit weak, but there was no intention to play the ball there. He wasn't shielding because he didn't have possession. There might be something in that. There might be something in that. Not sure, but we will appeal for it. We appeal for anything around here. I'd like to have a second view of that one. It looks slightly weak, but the bloke didn't even try and get the ball. Still, we're almost headed for the exits in Backa's Topola. They're all staying until the end. We're into 4 added minutes, guys. We're about a minute and a half through that now. So, 2.5 minutes to go here. Just see this out. please, guys. And we haven't done too well there. Again, Fabianski's kicked it straight out from the goal kick. He does that far too often. I'd say Areola probably well, I'll say he definitely is our better goalkeeper. Now, Danny Ings is trying to bring it down from the stratosphere. Has ended up falling to corner, and it looks like we're going to try and score. We're not going to go to the corner. We are going to slow it down, but I don't think we're going to try and go to the corner. Backa's going to do a skill here and get it wrong, I can tell you that. No, he's actually passed it back. Okay, good. Bit of ball retention here. Emerson's very advanced at the moment. We've still got 2 minutes to go. So I'd say there probably is at least one other attack in here for them at some point. Souček's done well there. He has won a free kick. This ref keeps putting a whistle in his mouth and they're not blowing. It's quite frustrating, but Souček has won a free kick there. I believe Ward-Prowse probably will whip it in from here. I don't think he'll shoot. I'd say it's too far out for a Ward-Prowse shot. Only one man can score from here, and that's Dimitri Payet. That man can score from anywhere. 90 seconds to go now, guys. Emerson's over it as well, just in case we want that out-swinging cross. I'd say we whip this one in towards the goalkeeper. Souček's positioned himself. Souček is, in fact, unmarked on the back post. Could that be a problem from Backa Topola? Could that be an error? It might be, because it's towards Souček again, but the bloke just shields him out. We have got 1 minute 10 to go, 70 seconds. And Paqueta's won the ball back straight away. They're not too good at playing it out here. I wouldn't give it to Souček, lads. Okay, Paqueta's tried to nutmeg someone. At least we've got the throw in. He is mucking about a bit when we're in the last minute of a game that we do actually need to win. So I'm not too happy with that. Again, find Cornet from the throw-in because he can't be offside. In fact, we're trying to find Thomas Souček, who's turned his man. He whips it across. And it's a brilliant tackle. We get a corner. Will we try and whip it in, or will we just, under David Moyes, I expect us to just take it to the corner and go, that's that. We scored the same goals we scored against Burnley. And it looks like it is going to be a smash and grab against TSC at the moment. I don't know why it's TSC, because they're called Backa Topola. I don't know what it stands for. Looks like Ward-Prowse will be whipping it in. Looks like he's going to have a go, which is interesting. Because there shouldn't be enough time for them to get forward, but you don't know the way the referee's going to work, do you? We have whipped it in. We have tried to score, actually. It hasn't worked. Cornet with the touch. It is cleared. They have no one forward, and that should be full time. And it is full time. We take the victory 1-0. Doesn't get better than that, guys. 1-0 against Backa Topola. Mr. Moyes has done it again. And we go top of the group. We're just going to run around and do some quick scores, and I'll give you my ratings, and I might even hit a cheeky little Fortnite dance for you, Billy, if you really care that much. Okay. Backa Topola 0, West Ham United 1. Get in there. Freiburg have done Olympiacos 5-0. AEK Athens, Brighton 1. That's got about 90 seconds to go. Sparta Prague are now beating Betis 1-0. That's in injury time. Atalanta 1, Sporting Lisbon 1. We've got about 2 minutes to go there. Rennes are 2-0 up against Maccabi Haifa away from home. They're in the 90th minute. So those are our scores at the moment. And that means that with 1 game to go, us and Freiburg are tied on 12. Backa Topola and Olympiacos are on 1 point for Backa Topola and 4 for Olympiacos. But if Backa Topola win that last game, they will win. They will go through on head-to-head. So we are looking all right at the moment. Going into that last game, we only need a draw. But what worries me is that Mr. Moyes will play for a draw. So I don't even think I can rate most of the players for this game. No one was particularly good. Souček might have to get man of the match for scoring the goal, I guess. But I don't know, maybe Ben Rama or maybe Mavropanos. I'll say probably Mavropanos. He was very, very good. He was very, very assured of himself. Fabianski can have a 6. 6 will be the basis mark here. Fabianski can have a 6. He had 1 save to make and he made it quite well, but he kept kicking out of play. Cresswell can have a 2. That might be a bit harsh, actually. Aguirre can have a 6. Mavropanos can have a 7. Ben Johnson, I'll give him a 5. At least he tried. Ward-Prowse, again, at a 5. Good crosses, but didn't do anything else. Paqueta can have a 3. He was slightly better than Cresswell, but not good. Souček gets a 7 just because he scored the winner. Who else have we got? Benrahma 6, okay. Fornals 4, pretty useless. And then we've got our substitutes as well as Mabama. So Mabama, I think, will have to have about a 4. He was trying, but he didn't really impact the game. Ings was actually okay. I'll give him a 4 as well. He did get involved, tried to link stuff together. And finally, we have, well, Emerson didn't even really play enough time, so I won't give Emerson a mark. Cornet, putting the assist for a goal looks good. I'll give Cornet a 6. So those are my players and my ratings for the game. We have gone on and won 1-0, but normally I'd have like a chat after about what's happened, but nothing did happen. We scored the goal with about our only shot on target. We had 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. I'll get the stats up very quickly. We did have a lot of the ball, but that's mainly because Backa and Topola have an inability to hold on to the ball. So if we do have a look at it, we did have 3 shots on target. They had 3. They did have more shots than us, so we did have 58% possession. We did have a lot of corners, we just didn't put them to good enough use. We seemed to go quite deep with the corners and have a short man on the back post, which made no sense. But that's going to be all for this, guys, because there's not too much else to talk about. I'm glad we won, but it's not been the most exciting game. Hopefully I will see you for another watch along soon. So yeah, goodbye and have a